Same.
Yeah.
And Sandra, you have the V. You have the V in front of the A or the SV. What's up with that?
I couldn't put my actual name, right? And I didn't really want people to like find me that easily.
Okay. Mystery.
I just added like a little
mystery. Make it unique.
But then someone was like, "What made you pick your name like Sav Sandra?" And I was like, "What?" I didn't even think that's how people read it.
But yeah, they got it. Yeah.
I was like, "That's definitely not how you say."
Is this your Instagram handle?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're trying to play all mysterious.
Yeah. She doesn't want people to find her.
Are you on? Are you the type of person that's like on D&D all the time?
No, actually.
Wait, let's check right now. I'm just joking.
You're like, yeah, make sure your phone's on during the pod, you know?
Oh my God.
She's like, I have so many people hitting me up today right now, actually.
Sorry.
No, I'm playing. But you guys are talking about Miami. So is it really that easy? Like, you don't even have to do anything like that for real?
You go first.
What's the vibe?
Yeah, let's keep it so honest, ladies.
Super honest.
It is.
Yeah?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah?
And that's why I think a lot of girls like going there because like you can literally just you don't have to pay for a thing. Right?
No, you
Yeah,
really
you have
don't.
to pay for anything. What's the most like egregious thing that's happened? Like, I feel like I've heard so many like different versions of a Miami weekend and all that sort of stuff where it's like a basketball player asks you to come do this or she chuckled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you have a story?
No, I know. I'm
There
just laughing because
celebrities
it's true.
are so accessible.
They're
Yeah.
very
Really?
accessible.
You can literally go to
Like for guys though or for
a
girls?
restaurant
For girls.
or anywhere. No, I think both too. Well, obviously the girls are.
What if you look good?
More.
Like, what if you're a good-looking man? Is it equivalent?
No, I think for that it's more of like you need money to be there as a guy.
That's
Yeah.
a man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
for sure.
It's
How
like
much
you
money,
have to
though?
kind of pay to get around certain places.
So is it expensive?
It is expensive.
Yeah.
For guys, like a group of guys to go. Like.
So what if you
guys
go
have
down
to
there with like $3,000?
Oh, that's like nothing.
That's nothing.
That's like
that's
our
pocket
hotel.
change. I feel like that's
for like
pocket
3
change
days.
from when I went.
That's
Yeah.
I mean, like,
see, it's
I
pocket
didn't.
change,
I
for real.
didn't.
You were
thankfully,
balling out there.
listen. I don't make. I am thankfully the type of person that doesn't make financial mistakes.
Yeah.
But no, even when I went there with like locals. So like we went to local spots, like
Okay.
cool bars, like some places that weren't necessarily like the lives and the whole
Yeah.
like the performativeness of it all. Like we went
Yeah.
to cool beaches and everything, so I didn't have
Yeah.
to worry about like doing all of that the unnecessary spending to try to get into a place.
Yeah.
Right.
So I didn't have that experience, but because I know it exists, that's
Yeah.
what turns me off of.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, but you can still enjoy. I feel like you can still find again, but that was just because if you're with locals, right? But if you're girls that are just like flying in, and you're gonna have an amazing time.
So what's the
Yeah.
cheat code for guys? Like, you just go with like a good-looking girl, and then maybe you get into
Girls,
the spot. You gotta go with
No,
I
that
think it's
doesn't work.
better
That doesn't
to
work?
Know someone ahead of time.
Yeah,
honestly.
but babe, like let's
like
be
promoters,
real.
like promoters.
If you go with girls like you mentioned, you're still not gonna get in.
Really?
You're very selective.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're going
The
with
girls will get in, and
the
then-
girls will definitely get in. But if you're a man, like you still have, they'll give you like a price. Like
they'll still tell you.
Yeah,
to
they'll
pay
tell you
for
to
it.
But it'll be
pay
like
for
what, like a cover price of like $100 or something. It would be like you have to buy $1,000 bottle.
That's a good
package.
question.
Yeah.
We
Probably
need
usually
specifics. We need
packages.
specifics.
Yeah, definitely packages.
Packages?
I can't personally say because I don't really know, but definitely.
No,
they
that's
definitely have to,
crazy,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, they do.
That couldn't be me, man. I'm so sorry.
Yo,
I'm so
we gotta
sorry.
experience it one time for the one time.
Yeah, you
Who's
do.
we? No,
Wait, what?
you and report back
I'll report back.
to me.
I'll report back. I'll report back.
Not catch me out there spending a band on
Yeah.
some bottle to half impress the girl that's gonna go into Travis Scott's booth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
Very
That's
true.
true, that's
I'm like, hey,
That's
baby, you want a drink?
true.
She's like,
That is very
I'm gonna go lick on the Ace of Spades, and I'll be like, okay, thanks. Nice meeting you, Angelica. Like, I'm doing that to myself, man. There's too much competition as well, you know.
Damn,
like-
yeah, no, I don't
Yeah,
like
there's
competition.
100%.
I want to be unique. I feel like we just go there ourselves.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
okay?
No, I got some spots for you.
Yeah?
I mean, you can go there and do your own thing. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to like try to keep up with whatever's going
Exactly.
on. There, you know?
100%.
I
No.
think I think the reason people go there is for that reason.
Yeah.
Majority of the time. So
I feel like it's like to show off, especially guys.
Yeah.
They're there like you know,
show
off, right?
100%. Yeah, 100%. So.
How
What,
much?
like, yeah.
I felt like I was like, how much compensating goes on for these dudes? Because there's a lot of them that are probably like rich, handsome, successful, right? Like, but then how much of them are missing one of those? Like how many of them are rich and successful but not that handsome? or how many of them are successful and handsome but not that rich. You know, like they're doing
get
well
you
in
don't
their
get
career, but they can't be balling like that. So it's like they try to come chat to you, and it's like they could buy you a drink, but they can't buy you a Dior bag.
Yeah, that's a good point.
For
That's a
speaking
good
to
point.
them,
That's a
you
good
know?
point.
Yeah.
You don't get all three, right?
Majority of the time, no.
That's what I'm saying. Like
No.
you can't
Yeah,
get
it's
all
a rare
three.
it's a rare occasion, and also it all depends on your taste too, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true,
That's,
that's
yeah,
true,
yeah,
that's
that's
true.
right.
It really
That's-
depends.
You know,
on
Into
you-
like the attractive guys. I'm more like.
But don't you know? Don't you?
You're more into the dusty busty boys.
No, I like the lifestyle, but she'll go for like looks.
But don't you look better when you have money anyways? So does it really matter?
Not always.
Not
Not
always.
always.
Really?
A-
Not
I- if-
always.
honestly, a lot of guys with money don't really keep up with their appearance like that.
Really?
Like they're not overly like trying to show off.
The real
they have
bosses,
money already.
the
Yeah,
real
they
bosses,
already
they're
have
really
it,
not
so-
flashy.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah,
That's
there's-
true.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that Mark Zuckerberg thing, right? Like he used to dress. I mean, after since his glow up, his light skin glow up. I don't know if y'all have been seeing this.
Or him
His glow
boxing
up, I
himself?
haven't.
No, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no,
Oh, really?
Like
Oh,
if you
yeah.
see the way Mark Zuckerberg looks
Yeah.
now compared to like 5-10 years ago when he
Yeah.
used to wear like black t-shirt, like suit and tie. Now he's like wearing a gold chain. His hair is all like
Gold
ruffled
chain?
up.
Where?
No, for real.
I never seen.
that.
I never seen. I never seen gold.
Y'all
chain.
haven't seen like
no, no.
light skin Zuck?
No, I never seen light skins on.
Yo, you have to see
Light
this.
skin.
I know he
So-
challenged like
no.
Jeff Bezos or something.
Yeah, or like Elon
Okay.
Musk to like a boxing
Yeah,
thing. But
yeah,
no,
yeah.
he's like completely changed his like the way he looks. Like she's like
Oh.
wears a nice watch, like his
That's
pants are baggy, like that type of thing.
I
But
wonder why.
you know,
Yeah.
but I think it's just again, it's like you want to have more acceptability by like youth and or people who like
Okay.
That
perceive
makes
you because it's like he looked like a robot kind of zombie before. That was like the whole rhetoric
Yeah.
around him.
Yeah.
But now he's like got that flavor. So that's what I'm saying about a lot of these rich dudes. They're just like they'll wear a really expensive whatever $1,000 shirt, but they're just wearing tight pants, black shirt. They're like they have too many
You'll see
decisions
it
to
in
make
the
that they don't care about the way
details.
that they look.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, unless they have a stylist or something.
Do you feel like
Yeah.
when you have money, your desires come out and they're more heightened, or like do you change when you get money?
What kind of desires?
So like I don't know.
Like,
I find a lot of rich
finan-
guys
like-
are finding themselves in some sticky situations. So
Oh,
I just
like
feel,
like Diddy.
yeah, like the
type
Diddler.
of-
Yes, yes.
Like
No,
Diddy,
you know, like Diddy, yeah,
messed up
Diddy.
shit. That's
like,
some
do you-
next level though.
But that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like,
yeah.
do you feel like it's just the access to like having so many options, or was he always like that deep down?
Nah, freak
Well,
is a freak.
My brother told me he's like when a guy has like access to everything, like it's like kind of when we get used to certain things, it's like it becomes boring, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you want to try other things.
Something like excites you. No?
Yeah, and it's like you want to keep doing new things to like keep it exciting, and I guess that's why you hear a lot of these celebrities doing like these weird like
next level things. Yeah,
That is-
100%.
So once
but
you get
that's
too much
crazy.
money, you just become flawed, or not flawed, but I guess you're too imaginative.
You have to
Instead of
derive.
imagining.
I think you just have to derive what you want in your life from the get-go because I mean once you succeed in certain aspects, like you still have to find things that are going to stimulate you. Yeah, because when you have money, because money talks in every single way, so it's like at a certain point you're like, I want to skydive now, like
Yeah,
right now.
exactly.
You can go and make that happen for you right
Right
now
there, yeah,
today. Like
exactly.
there's a price for that, right? In the same way that you're like, I want to go ATV in whatever desert. You can go. There's a
can do
way to
it.
pay to make that happen today. So then it's just like once I guess infinitely. I mean, there's obviously a certain type of rich, but when you have like
yeah.
infinite amount of wealth,
Yeah.
it's like then you talk about money isn't everything, and you have to derive, which is like. I'm not. I don't want to say that money is everything,
Yeah.
but it really makes things easy. It
Easier.
unlocks a lot of doors. It unlocks a
I
lot of
think
doors.
it's the more the freedom, right? Like
100%.
It's just that,
You
like
know,
the freedom
like-
that comes with it.
And I know, like, sometimes, like, I'll joke and be like, oh, if I had money, I'll just do stupid shit. But I actually would do stupid shit.
yeah,
Wait. What kind
You
of
know
what kind of
what's
stupid
coming
shit?
next.
though?
Yeah.
Buy a fucking island for fun.
I would too.
You know
I
what I
would
mean?
too.
Like, if
Just
you really had money like that,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I would just do stupid shit.
I feel like even stuff like in theory, right? Like
would
not
you
that
do?
we would be wasteful, but
What would you do?
Yo, what would
in
you
my
do?
mind, it's the type
Yeah.
of thing where it's like I could throw this phone and it wouldn't like I wouldn't
like
even
free
bat an
will,
eye.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
You
yeah, it's
gotta
like free
worry
will
about
to like literally
anything,
just like, oh, I
right?
could literally just like tear this up and it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
Like if I rented Airbnb, I could literally break the doors and the glass,
Yeah. And it
doesn't
and they
matter.
could
And it
charge
doesn't
me
matter.
$100,000, and I'd
it's
be like,
that's soft.
you know, so which comes with a little bit of problem.
That kind of sounds
because-
scary though.
That's what I mean. So
Are
it's
you
like,
scared of getting too much money? Like if that,
I'm not afraid of money.
Bring it,
Unfortunately,
baby.
I will say it's funny, because one of my best friends says this about me. She's like, "Oh, you're always so money hungry. You're always so money focused." But it's just because like I'm in a position where I can do that now at this age, right? And I can be a little bit more tied down to that. But I think you just have to know what your pleasures are. Like for me, I like to bowl, you know? I'm a bowler. I like to snowboard. That's not going to change. I might, if I'm infinitely rich, I'm going to have a bowling alley at my crib, right?
Yeah, 100%.
That will be able to scratch that itch. Am I going to start throwing bowling balls like off of the roof like Chair Girl? No. But I will still derive, I will get my pleasures from the things that I still find that I love, you know? Like
hear
going to
that.
a cottage or going to go hike.
Yeah.
Like, so those like basic things
Yeah.
you kind of have to tie yourself down to, because once you make things like like exponential, I
Yeah.
feel like that's where you kind of lose a little bit of who you are. Because like, let's say I want to hike and it's like, I want to hike in the middle of nowhere where nobody's been. Take me on a helicopter there now. And you're
Right.
like, now you're stuck and you're like in the middle of the forest and it's like, do you have an escape plan? Like, what are you going to do? And I think people get lost in that. I feel like maybe when they have a lot of money and that they don't know where their end goal is.
Type
That it's
thing.
like they can
So-
just do whatever.
So they're not disciplined anymore.
I think it is that. It's like a lack of discipline that people have, like, or some sort of like lack of like upbringing, like, you know.
Yeah.
Because I think when you're really humbled, like you would, do normal things. But when you're like someone who doesn't know how to act, you're gonna
Start.
acting like
yeah.
obnoxious when you have
yeah.
money. Yeah.
Or know what your limits are.
That's
Like, you know, you have to know, you have to just know your limits.
And
And it-
maturity is like a
And it's crazy because when you get like to get money, you have to be disciplined. But then once people get the
Yeah.
money, they just lose.
but not always, you know.
No,
Some
Not
people get
always,
money
yeah.
exactly.
stupidly,
That's
It
true.
really
That's
depends
true.
on the
That's true.
person.
And I think
That's
those
true.
are the ones that don't know how to
That's
act.
true.
Yeah.
And they go broke.
Yeah.
pretty soon,
Yes.
too.
They say
Right.
lottery winners lose.
Oh.
You know, they always lose their money.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
unfortunate. I feel like if I won the lottery, I wouldn't lose my money though. Like I don't get.
I would
like,
invest.
Well,
I would
that's what I'm saying. I
invest.
wouldn't-
Like
Make
one
it-
guy who won it 3 times and like
3
still broke.
times?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
No
that's
way.
crazy.
How you
No
blow
way.
through 3 checks?
That's
First of all, how do
crazy.
you even get 3
Yeah, like,
That's
Right? What are
crazy.
you doing? You're breaking something.
Nah, that's crazy.
That
If you
is
lose
very
3
crazy.
times, it's crazy. You shouldn't deserve to win.
No.
Honestly,
You should be disqualified.
No.
Yeah. You can't buy it anymore.
can't, you're done.
You're tapped out of this.
You're tapped.
This money stream is tapped out. It also depends how you take the money, though, right? If you're doing like, if you take it in one lump sum or you do like the monthly payments.
Yeah.
So I think
yeah.
that's also part
That's
of it,
true.
right? Because
That's
if you
true, too.
do like whatever, like 2,000 a month or whatever it is, like 4,000 or 5,000 a month,
That kinda-
okay. Yeah, as opposed
Yeah.
to like getting like that 20, like that 10 million in one
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah,
It's like, what are you gonna do with
Yeah,
10
yeah, yeah.
million?
You have that access to
You know?
just
Yeah.
go crazy and shit. Yeah, no, that's a good point. You know, okay, so I was seeing like certain celebrities, like once they get, rich, they can obviously hire whoever to do their hair and stuff.
Yeah.
How much would you pay for a haircut once you get a lot of money?
Listen.
because I'm only paying 100.
I'm paying.
Are you guys gonna pay top dollar for your?
Well, girls
upkeep?
already pay top dollar.
Okay, girls
do,
already.
yeah,
okay,
we
for
do.
fellas, then.
But not in Miami, because the dude will probably pay for that if they see them walking down
that's
the
facts.
street.
That's facts.
But yeah, I mean, how much do you pay for your hair usually?
And men like 500.
But I wear like extensions somewhere, like a little.
I swear to
pricier.
God.
Yeah.
500. Like
No,
how long
yeah,
does
that
wait? How
makes
long?
sense.
How long does that last?
More.
Though? How long does
Hers
that?
can be more.
Yeah.
Wait, how long does that
eyes are
last?
like-
500. How long does that last? Like time.
Well, I don't know,
No,
like
for
your
m-
maintenance.
Yeah,
is different.
mine's different because like I have color, so
Okay.
like just off color alone it's 500.
Yeah.
500 just off
And
color.
if I want to do
Yeah.
extensions, it's more.
Yeah.
Way more.
Yeah. It'd be like,
How much
yeah.
you paying for a haircut if like you got it?
Listen, I'm gonna pay Mark at Hall of Fades $100 every time I see him for the rest of my life. All right,
okay.
that's my guy.
What if he
I-
ups it on you though? Like yo,
I'ma be
bro,
like,
you getting money now.
I'm
Or
going
more money. Now.
I'm gonna go see my boy Andrew down the street. Mark isn't gonna switch up on me. At least I hope. But
crazy.
nah, I'm going to my
Yeah.
barber, bro. It does not matter how up that I get. If
Yeah.
even if he could Google my net worth, I know he'll be like, I'll
Yeah,
take.
yeah.
You take care of your people at that point. But yeah, for rich people, it's like I think it's the tax, right? Where it's like, private barber, it's $500, and they're like
Yeah.
they're literally getting a beard fade.
So I'm
Of like this,
saying.
and you're like,
So I'm
you're
saying.
coming like it's
Yeah, that I don't understand.
Yeah, that I wouldn't.
There's certain, like, I think for girls it's a little different because, like, especially for celebrities, like, they need that hairstylist all day.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if
So
they're
that
charging
makes
like
sense for
3,
them.
5K, I understand. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some guys get their haircuts like every 2 days, every day. I think YK Osiris was saying he gets his haircut every like 15 hours. No, I'm joking. I think it was like every 2 days. I think it was like every 2 days.
Still,
Like,
that's
every day. No,
every
not
couple days.
not like every day or
I
something.
don't know about all
He said he
that.
needs his hair touched up every day or something like that. I'm like,
Some,
damn.
I
like,
mean, if you can, but that's again, right? It's a part of that. If you have the
If you
infinite
have it,
money,
yeah.
you might as well have a barber there and pay him $1,000 or whatever a
Yeah.
month or
yeah,
$2K a month, and always get your hair cut. Like,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's facts.
Are you losing anything by that? If you
Yeah.
have, like, it really depends.
No, it depends. It depends. I have a question for you guys
Mm-hmm.
though. So let's say you have a girl best friend, right?
I do.
You do?
I do have a girl best friend.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Do you
for
feel like
Yeah.
you should distance yourself from your girl, or she should distance herself from you once you get in a serious relationship? What are your thoughts on that?
Listen, I'm laughing because the answer is no. Like my girl best friend is like heavily dependent on me.
Really?
How do you guys?
Okay, wait.
Yeah, before I want your guys' response because ladies don't like that.
Yeah. Okay.
What? Yes.
So she's very dependent on you. Like,
Yeah, to a
why?
degree, like very much so. Like she just, like I love her to death. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
that's my
yeah.
girl. But like,
Okay.
and I say that like jokingly. Like obviously she does, but like sometimes when she like wants to like figure out how to like book a flight, or she needs to make a decision for a video that she's making, right?
Okay.
Because we both make videos, or she has to
Yeah.
decide,
Okay.
oh, what should I get in order to like make this work in terms of like. She's moving to a new city or whatever the case might be. Like those are the decisions that a friend makes.
Yeah,
You know, but
that's
it's like
okay. That's
she
fine.
be calling me with those decisions a little much. But that being said, like I don't think that you guys should distance yourself. No, because I've seen it. I've seen that deteriorate relationships before because of the constringent like manner that they act their partner, where it's like, you're never talking to a girl again, and it's like, okay. And then now 3 months later, or whatever, call it a year later, they have no friends. Nobody's talking to them. People who are close to them aren't close to them anymore. They're attached
That's
to
when you
each
just
other.
reconnect.
Yeah.
It's the perfect time to
You're
reconnect.
like, no.
Yeah, but then you reconnect. But sometimes you can't reconnect because the bridge is done
Yeah,
at that
yeah,
point. It's like, I haven't seen you in a year and a half. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, what's up? I'm like, I don't live in Toronto
Or they
anymore.
feel
It's
away
like,
or something.
That's-
yeah, you
That's
know,
true.
especially if you go about it in a certain way where it's like, oh, I have to cut you off now. It's like, you have to cut me off. We've been friends for
Yeah.
7 years.
Yeah.
I stopped chilling with my cousin when I'm in a relationship.
That's a girl?
Nah, he's a guy.
Why?
probably
It brings
What?
you around, girls.
He got
right?
too much stuff going on.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay, I was gonna.
Oh,
no,
okay,
that's-
okay, okay,
that's
okay, okay.
That's
understandable.
That-
That's
that
makes
smart.
that's a little
Yeah.
different. That's
Yeah.
a little
But I
different.
think
He's trying to get you into trouble.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
I don't think he would like if I said that, but you'd be trying to get me in trouble. though. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
honestly
But yeah, how do you guys feel
I
about
think
that?
both parties should play a part in like keeping some sort of distance when you're in a serious relationship. Like if I have a guy best friend, I think he should distance himself to an extent, and then I also should distance myself to an extent. You know what I mean? But it shouldn't be where I have to cut them off completely. It should just be like, okay, I can't see you as much, obviously, because now I'm spending time with the person I'm with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's okay that you can't see. Yeah, like you can't see them as much. Like that's one thing. But I feel like do you feel like you have to censor certain conversations now? It's like, could you?
What kind of jokes would you guys make
Honestly
before?
speaking, my conversations with my guy best friends, like they're completely like platonic. Like you can go through my whole conversation, and not
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
away,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know there's some people that do have some sort of like flirty, and that I would not allow. Like if I say, but this is why I say like every time I get into a relationship, I'm like, I don't mind my partner having like a best friend, but I would need to like connect with that person too.
Yeah.
We would like
100%.
yeah, and that's happened before, and I
Yeah.
ended up being best friends with the girl. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
it can happen.
Those are the best relationships when your girl
Yeah.
best friend is friends with your girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It has to be like that for
It
me,
has
bro.
to be like that.
Yeah,
I think I don't
can't-
see it
I'm
no
tired-
other
I'm
way.
It seems like you're not doing any distance.
Oh
with
no,
your-
that's not happening. It's just because this is why, right? This is why. But I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
this
Okay,
because
it really depends on my end though. Like, I'm very lenient, so depending on how like the relationship with that best friend is, if they go back from childhood, right?
Why is she laughing?
I'm sorry, she said lenient. If you know Rouse, you know she's far from it.
Everyone knows.
super chill girl.
I'm a chill girl.
Yo,
with a
zoom
little
into this
laugh
camera right here. She's just like
okay.
chill. She had a big sip of that cut water. Did y'all see
No,
that?
because no, but it's true though. Like it
Yeah.
depends. Like if they go back in their childhood friends and they've never been like any sexual like type of connection before.
Sometimes you have to hook up with your best friend once.
No,
I don't believe that.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. No. When you're in elementary school, or like high school, I meant. Sorry, not elementary. High school.
You think?
No.
I don't think I've
You don't think so?
No.
No, because you never had a situation where
No,
you,
I've never had a hookup and not have that continue on in the future.
Exactly.
you never had a one and done with your best friend.
No.
No.
Yeah.
That's a no. So that's what I'm saying. If it was that situation,
The
there's
door's
a no
always
for me.
open at that
It's,
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Really?
definitely.
Yeah, I no.
Yeah. Hell no.
I
Like usually it goes bad, but at least like you try to go back to
No.
being friends.
No, I don't even think it leaves the door open. It's just like that's now been done and dealt with, and there's a sense
Of comfortability.
of uncomfortability.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think about it vice versa, right? You know,
What
it's
if it
just
was gross though?
No,
It's
like,
like,
you.
wasn't it?
Yeah, but even still, what if it's just like no? Like even it's the same thing with your girlfriend, right? Like it's not that I mean, look, I'm very comfortable comfortable with myself. So like I wouldn't necessarily be like, what the fuck? Like you kissed him in high school? Like I would be like, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But how would you feel? It's just like, no, like babe, like he clapped me one time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was one time,
like
no,
one
6
time.
years ago.
That was a very long time ago.
It was a very long time.
I don't even remember.
What if it was a drunk?
Worse. That's worse.
And what if it was a drunk night though?
Yeah.
That's even worse.
I think
Okay,
you
but
can.
what if that drunk night? That you're saying that drunk night can't happen again in the future? Like
Nah,
when
'cause
you're
sometimes
like-
sometimes you're super disconnected from that one time. You know?
No.
I
No. Do
I
not
don't
agree.
know.
at all.
I look. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I think that there's like again, you got to be really secure to just be like, this is not going to phase me. I'm an adult.
Yeah.
But
I've
I
got
understand.
to
I
some
understand the
maturity.
uncomfortability of like, yo, my man has literally slept with this girl, and
Yes,
they're besties.
That's not no.
No,
That's
they're-
a no for me.
They're not besties. They're just
If they're like just
mingle,
friends,
they mingle.
if they're the friends
No.
and they're in the kind of the same
Yeah.
friend group, I'm more chill about that.
But I think for women, it's
Fair
a little.
enough.
you know,
It's a little more difficult because with men, you guys are so accessible. You know what I mean? Like we could just
Facts.
text you at like 3 a.m.
Men are
and
easy.
You
That's
guys
true.
are
Men are
parachuting. You guys are
easy.
That's true.
Yeah.
But with girls, it's like we have more
Yeah.
like boundaries, so
Yeah.
it's not like you can just call or text
Yeah.
us whenever. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you guys do when you like a guy? Like how do you guys send that message?
Don't
say
ask
what's good?
me.
You trying to chill? Oh,
I'm the worst person.
I feel like me and Roz are really similar in that
Yeah.
sense. Like we're kind of like we like to be approached.
Yeah.
We
do not
We are
approach.
very we're both Scorpios, so we're
Yeah.
very prideful. Like we don't like approaching men. But I think when we do like a guy, like we make like eye contact.
You
we'll
make it kind of
flirt.
known. You
Yeah,
know?
you will know.
So a guy will know.
Yeah,
A guy will
Okay.
know.
Okay.
A guy will know. But
Okay.
it's like for me.
some
to
guys
go-
won't know.
That's what I'm saying. I was thinking about it in my head.
Girl,
How many seconds? are
some
you
girls,
looking
some
at?
guys will not know.
What is that?
Like, yo, this girl is staring at me.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like
We're not
she's
gonna-
like, you know, you're trying to give
yeah.
off sexy energy, and he's like, she won't stop looking at me. I don't know. I think she's mad at me, bro. Especially,
What did I do?
Yeah, what did I do wrong? It says Toronto, man, because that's also Toronto.
we
so
were
much.
talking about that.
We were, yeah,
Why
it's
are
just-
Toronto women so unapproachable?
I think we're just fed up and tired of the men in this city. Honestly
Oh,
speaking.
we can just open a can of worms here.
Yeah.
Let me say, I think it's because
Okay.
you got like women are constantly like being messaged and sought after. So because that pool is pretty endless, it makes it less interesting to try to open the door for
But vice
anyone.
versa too, right? Like the men now they have that access to DM whichever
Whoever.
girl.
Yeah.
So now because they have that access, it's like you can't even have like a loyal relationship nowadays. Like it's like everyone you like social media always plays a part in some sort of like negative way in a
It
relationship.
really does.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Yeah.
I mean, let's dive more into that. What do you mean?
So like I mean, a man can DM a girl, you know what I mean, like very
Oh,
easily.
just accessibility.
Yeah, and then you would never know because it's so easy to delete. Snapchat too, right? It just deletes, so it's like you don't
Snapchat
really...
is worse.
So you feel like
Yeah.
loyalty
Yeah.
is not there anymore?
Yeah, I do think the men here too, like
They're not that loyal.
it's just like
Do you blame them? But do you blame them for not being that loyal, or do you feel like it's just too many options in their face and it's harder for them?
I'm gonna say yes, bro.
this is my thing though.
me
Women,
personally.
we have more options and we're more disciplined. You know what I mean? You can never say that a man has so many options because
Really?
you can say that
Depending
but-
on the man, but
Yeah,
but
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. There's some men that have a lot of options.
but
I'm not gonna lie.
at the end of the day,
Remember that cousin I was telling you guys about?
Oh my god! You know
where's this
what?
cousin at? I'm trying to get to know this cousin. You don't want to hang out with him. I'm trying to hang out with the cousin.
Where's the cousin?
I want
That cousin.
But at the end of the day, I think a girl's always gonna have more choice, man.
Yeah.
Than a guy, like on the average.
Average,
On the
exactly.
average
Yeah.
scale,
On average, I think
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
too.
a girl's gonna always have more options.
That's true.
I feel like men don't. I don't know if you guys agree, but I think men aren't loyal a lot of times too because of like insecurities. Like they don't feel like I don't know, especially when they're with pretty
weren't
women.
there.
Like men who date like higher like and women. I noticed that they treat them the worst. Like I don't know what it is, but
I've noticed that too. I've noticed that a lot too.
Yeah.
And usually the girl they hook up with is not as pretty as their girlfriend.
Yes.
I find that sometimes.
I've seen that a lot of
most
times
of the time,
actually.
yeah.
But I did have a debate about this. I think men just like new, just new stuff.
You
Yeah.
think so? Well, yeah, I think so too.
They want what's
to
new and
try. Oh, yeah,
shiny,
what's
yeah.
shiny? Not even what's shiny, just something new.
It doesn't
Like, whatever is there.
It doesn't always have to
not
shine.
always
It doesn't
shiny.
always
Need a
have to
little
shine.
penny off the street.
Exactly,
It's
a little
yeah.
penny.
It doesn't always have to shine.
No.
He just wants to be
It's
in
all
time.
dented
Yeah.
up. They still might go give it a whirl.
Facts.
Yeah,
That's
Facts.
true.
No, I feel that. I think I think loyalty is like such an annoying topic of conversation because I think it's fine. Like people, it's not hard. It's like
agree.
sure,
I agree.
There's an endless pool of everything, right?
Yes.
You can see everything on social media. It's like, with all due respect, like you can swipe on Instagram right now and it's pretty much like an explicit website. Like
Yeah, yeah.
and which is
Yeah.
insane, which is
Yeah.
insane,
Crazy.
right? Because
Yeah.
even me, like like I'll see stuff or have stuff sent to me and I'm like, what am I looking at? Like this is full blown.
I'm not gonna lie. I agree.
Like almost nudity, right? And it's like when you see that constantly, you're like, okay, like is there always a badder girl or like a hotter girl? It's like sure, but at the end of the day, if you have something nice, like what are you gonna do to ruin that? Like what's the point?
I agree.
I just think I think it's not that hard. I think it really is easy to be loyal, and everybody wants to be insecure. I've had this happen to me before, where it's like
Yeah.
because I do social media for a living, so it's
Yeah.
like again, it's like social. It's like people look at me and like I'm with like girls and they're attractive, or like I'm posting on my story and it's like, oh my god, like do you still love me? And I'm like, you think I'd be posting with these girls,
Yeah.
being like, oh, I'm so like cheating on you?
Yeah.
And because that's the way it looks,
It looks,
right? Or in
yeah.
their
Yeah.
mind, it's like there's so much of that perception. So it's
Yeah.
like really difficult for everybody to feel cohesive especially about the social media thing. But I don't know. I think it's not that hard, man. You got something nice, keep it rolling, keep it pushing.
I'm with you.
Move on. Like
I'm with you.
we're grown, man. Like
I'm with you on that.
again, at least if you are grown. If you're a little immature, that's on you.
But that's what
That's
it is.
the
There's
thing.
a lot of
You know?
little boys in Toronto, right? There's not a lot of men. So I think that's why a lot of women aren't interested in dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like I think if a man had a phase and he's kind of experienced, a lot of women, I feel like he's usually more disciplined at times.
Yeah, I agree. But
Yeah.
that's like 35 and up, I think.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Men
It takes a
definitely
while.
take longer than
It takes a
women to
while.
mature. Yeah. So.
It does take a while. But like when you see like beautiful women, you just gotta think marketing, like it's good marketing and you just gotta leave it as that. That's the way I mean.
What?
When I say good marketing, when I say good
Okay, rewind.
All right.
Rewind. Yeah,
Please.
because what?
all right,
Okay.
because sometimes things are smoke and mirrors.
Okay.
I'm not saying women, there's a personality tied to that person, and sometimes like you don't need to go and figure out what that looks like. You just gotta enjoy what you have.
Yeah, and like instead of going out of your way to just like go chase the
That's what I'm saying, 'cause
the dirty
everything
penny
looks
in the,
appealing.
on the corner. Yeah.
But when you
Yeah.
really get close, you start.
Yeah.
They have this problem, they have that problem. So everybody's just a person.
Yeah, and everybody has their baggage. and
Yeah,
everybody
that
has their
too.
things.
That
like,
too. No one talks about that though.
You think, you know what I mean? You think you're gonna find like, oh my god, it's like she's so much prettier and she's so chill. It's like you've known her for 4 days.
Exactly.
You've known your girlfriend for 6 years.
Yeah.
Like
Facts.
like what you think in 5 years from now this girl's gonna be a shiny rainbow? Like
Facts.
Would
And-
you guys like tolerate cheating?
nah, absolutely not.
Oh, that was one of the questions today. So
Oh,
if
really?
a girl cheated on you, do you think you can take her back? If she
No.
was remorseful.
No.
Very remorseful.
Absolutely not.
No?
Sucks to suck. Sorry, babe.
What if it was just like a kiss?
I'm sorry, baby.
Just a kiss? No,
You
I'm not
gotta
even talking
go.
sexual intercourse.
Nope. Nope.
What are you trying to justify?
Adios.
It doesn't fly.
I'm just trying to see. I'm
It
just trying to
doesn't
see.
fly.
I'm trying to see his boundaries.
Listen,
No,
I'm not even
nunca.
mad. You see me? I'm not even mad. I'm like, hey, you fumbled the bag. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You made a
That's
mistake.
it.
Everybody
That's-
makes mistakes. Everyone has those days.
That's
And
nice.
everybody knows what I'm talking about. You can
Yeah.
go that way. Like, I'm not letting you
Exactly. I agree.
disrespect
Yeah.
me like that.
So,
100%.
you guys feel like cheating is just the end
It's a
all be
no.
all?
It's like once you cheat, you're gonna cheat again.
What if it wasn't sexual though? What if it was just like giving his number out, like something? Like there's different forms of cheating.
Okay.
No,
So let's talk about the
Okay,
forms.
Sorry, there
Sure.
has to be a reason for you to be giving out your number. Like,
Yeah,
if
that's
it's
another
not
thing,
work
yeah.
related.
Why are you giving out your number?
Yeah.
For
What if it was
reason?
just like a gray area, like he's like a promoter and like he gave his number out?
That's okay.
So I'm saying you guys can't
But
just
I
always
always
just
tell
you
women
can't just
this.
always be like, oh, it's a no. Sometimes you
That boundary
you know
has
what?
to be.
You know what?
has to
I don't believe
be-
you guys. You know what? I don't believe you guys.
No.
Real
That
talk.
boundary
You
has to
better
be
believe
discussed.
it.
No. Wait, yeah, Sandra, talk. Sandra, talk to
I was
me.
gonna say.
Be real, because you
If
know what
it's-
love can do to
Yes,
men and
okay.
women.
So I've actually been, we've both been in really, really long-term relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like 8 years plus. So, I think when you really grow old with someone, like to be with someone for the rest of your life, forever, is like a real like hard commitment. You know what I mean? So sometimes people, they get disinterested maybe years down the line, like 15 years, 20 years, and they might slip up. I think that's something like if I was married, I would probably forgive if they were really remorseful and I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like a short-term relationship, I'm very cutthroat when it comes to that. Like,
Fair enough.
you know, I
Yeah.
don't play. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's
the
a
way-
really good point.
That was
That's
the way
another-
you
yeah, that's
described
another
that
point.
was
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
well said.
Yeah.
Because even I was listening to Michelle Obama, and she said she'd rather have like 20 good years with Barack than, or she'll take 10 bad years with Barack
Yeah.
Obama for 20 good years with Barack Obama.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you go down the line of those relationships that lasted 50 years,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
and you really see what's under there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
There's
There's,
Oh my
there's,
God.
there's on both
There's
ends.
a
On both
lot.
ends.
Yes.
On
Some
both ends.
relationships like exploring new things too. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, like new.
swinging.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, like
wait, would
being
you guys be open to that?
creative. Me personally, no.
Probably not.
It's not for me.
Probably not.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah,
Not
some
Not with
people
someone
wanna
I'm
get-
committed with. No.
Yeah.
I get
I
jealous
just think-
easily like that. No, I don't.
I'm
I don't like
jealous,
sharing.
yeah.
I don't like sharing
Yeah.
with mine.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think
Period.
it's just a matter of like, I mean, like you said, you know, some people they need some sort of switch up.
Exactly. Yeah.
But damn, if you can't keep it freaky on your own, I don't know what to tell you. That's on you, you know,
Yeah.
and kind of your partner. But like, yo, you gotta make sure that shit stays spicy, and that's on.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, so for some people, you know, sex doesn't necessarily isn't a driving factor in their relationship, and it's like
Yeah.
again for some people, it's like they need something fresh, and that's why it's like kind of boring, or they need a little
Yeah. After
something
a while,
else.
it
But
gets boring. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go down that route.
Have you ever got bored having sex with your significant other?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Yeah. That's normal, I think.
I think
though.
that's normal. Yeah.
I think
So
it's
how come
normal,
people
but-
act like it's not? They'll be like,
They
You
probably
don't love
weren't
them
in
then.
long-term
No,
relationships.
Yeah.
If they haven't like if you've been a very long like 5+ years, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I've had times where I've gone a year without having sex, like literally.
During a relationship?
Yeah, during a relationship.
Nah, that's
Okay, I
crazy.
don't know
no, I'm not gonna
about
lie.
that.
I,
I
no,
don't
I'm
know
not gonna
about
lie.
that.
No,
But it's really
no, I've
not.
talked to like I don't want to
It's
say who
really
I've talked to,
not.
but I
Okay.
talked to a relationship, like two people that were in a
Yeah.
relationship and they've been in a relationship for 12 years.
Okay.
and that
happened?
happened to them
Nah,
as well.
nah.
There's
Let,
times
So it's more
where-
common
no,
than
let
you
her.
would think.
No, listen. Let her
Not
cook.
me.
I'm trying to hear what she has to say. My
Wait,
ears
what?
are open.
Hold on.
My ears are
I mean, we were
open.
like really like outgrowing each other at that point.
Okay,
Right.
that sounds good. Like,
Yeah.
what happened?
And it
though?
was like a disinterest and even trying to connect like that. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
but if we really did want to work it out, we could have. Like,
Yeah.
it's just. But that's what it is. A relationship is always consistent work. Like it's
Yeah,
never
yeah,
the
yeah,
work
yeah.
never stops.
The
And I
work never
think
stops.
A lot of people have that like image that like once you get to a certain point in a relationship, it's like you guys are perfect forever.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah,
it's
stop.
always
You
gonna be
always
up
have
and
to
down.
work.
You know, and
So-
most
yeah.
times it might even be down. A lot of times. So you have to be willing to really like work it out with that person. And
I agree.
if you love them unconditionally, you would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think friendships are like that too.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%
You know?
friendships are the same thing.
Yeah.
And
I think-
actually I was just telling her, like, when it comes to my friends, like if they walk out of my life like easily, I have no interest in bringing them back in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because it's like if I'm disposable to you like that, then you never really cared for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd rather not even have friends like that in my life. Like me and my friends, we always communicate with everything. Like if there's a
Agreed.
disagreement, we have to talk it out. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, people have to put in the work to keep friends, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's the way I see it. I
Yeah.
I put in a lot of effort to all of my friendships, like all of them. Like all of my
Yeah.
close friends, like I put in a lot of effort. I call, I text, I fly to different places to see my friends. Like anybody out here that thinks that they can there's like, "Oh, it's like so chill." Like me and my friend is like so chill, and it's like like in 10 years from now, you guys are going to be looking at each other like what like that it'll disintegrate.
Yeah.
Like you want a long friendship, you want a real friendship, there's so much effort that has to be put in the same way as a relationship, I feel.
Yeah.
So like some people who like, again, some people are very like, oh, it's chill and they want to put any effort, and it's like, oh, I hate people that like it's like they expect things out of me, and it's like, yeah, because
Yeah.
you probably never reached out to your friend, you probably never checked in on your friend, you probably
Yeah,
did nothing for your
exactly.
friend,
Right,
Yeah.
and then you got mad at them because they got upset with you when
That's
they weren't
right.
actually getting upset with you, they were just trying to get something out of you to understand where you stood in your friendship. And now here it is disintegrating, and then people question 10 years from 20 years down the road, they're just like, oh, what happened? Like, I don't know what happened to my friends. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I could tell you right now.
Yeah.
You didn't do
it's a
anything.
two-way street. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do,
Never-
do you guys feel like society paints like this false perception of a relationship where like it's just a feeling? Because I find sometimes like people think it's just like, oh, like I'm not feeling this person today, or maybe I'm not supposed to be with this person. But I think what you guys are seeing is more like it's intentional. Like you actually have to like make sure you're actively pouring into the relationship.
Yeah, I think so.
I think there's like two different worlds out there. Like I think there's like a group of people who think like that, and then there's a whole group of people who actually believe in like monogamous relationships and like working things out and things, dealing with things more maturely, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think what we're like more seeing is that side of social media.
Yeah, like they're painting
Right
it
now.
because
Yeah.
people think it's just like like a butterfly feeling all day, but that's the
Yeah.
honeymoon.
That's just
the
a honeymoon
stage.
phase.
Yeah.
And like I'm not saying you
100%.
shouldn't feel that periodically because you're gonna do things to impress each other and try to like keep winning each other, but you gotta like win each other.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
think people
yeah.
would lose that part of it.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
still have to put in all that effort. It's not gonna be. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy.
It's not
to
gonna be
just,
easy
to
to
just
just do that.
continuously have this like beautiful love.
This
that
beautiful
you've
love all the
catered.
time.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But do you need toxicity in a relationship to keep it interesting? And like, what's that balance look like? Blocking each other,
Sound stressed.
saying, talk. Let's hear it.
I
Let's hear it, Rose.
mean,
I personally, I don't think if it's a healthy relationship, I don't think you need any type of toxicity in a
Really?
relationship. No, like why?
I'm not
I think you do.
what'd you say?
I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah, I know you are.
I think you need a little bit.
In
Yeah.
what
There's a
sense?
healthy
okay.
dose. There's a
okay,
healthy
in what
dose.
sense?
Healthy
Okay,
dose.
what
What's
would,
a healthy
okay, well, yeah,
dose?
what would
Never
be,
physical,
Yeah.
never
Okay,
physical,
Okay.
Never,
Okay, never.
verbally abusive.
not
Uh-huh.
verbally
Okay,
abusive.
so
Uh-huh.
okay, what example? Give me an example.
Well, like ignoring them for like 3 days.
No,
Yeah, like
okay. Well, I mean, that could be
like
normal.
I feel like if you tell your partner, you ever watch that that Martin show where Martin's like, Gina, I'm done with you.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you know he in his heart he don't want to be done. But I think that's natural.
But if you know your partner, you know that they don't really mean that.
They don't really
Yeah,
mean that.
yeah.
It's coming from a place that hurts.
Okay,
That's
well,
what I'm
like,
saying.
okay, like
that's
that
what I'm saying. I
level,
think that's
okay.
natural and I think that's normal. But people will look
Yeah.
at that
It's
like,
like a cry for attention a little bit. Yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah.
In a
Yes.
sense.
That's light though.
That's like
I don't think
maybe
that's-
I gave a super.
I don't think that's toxic.
I don't think
Okay.
that's
That's a
toxic.
healthy-
Yeah.
No,
It is a
but
little
to
bit,
some,
'cause-
if you keep telling her, like, I don't know, it can be if it's repetitive all the time, like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
done.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
you know
it
what I'm
could
saying? You
be.
got to be mature at some point, but I think periodically you guys should be a little done
So
with each
it
other.
adds a little-
and then
adds a
come back
little
together.
thrill.
It makes it's like you know, like it's like a team, like you know, like superheroes when they get they
Oh yeah, they
disperse
did disperse and then they come back and they start working together again.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
So
Oh my
relationships is the
goodness.
same thing.
That
It's like a
is so
teamwork.
funny.
So
That's a good
you
example.
gotta have that.
Okay,
Like
fine.
you gotta have that.
Yeah.
that,
I guess if you put in that way, okay, maybe.
Yeah. Have
I
you been
s-
through some toxic situations? It seems like you're a little bit.
Oh, 100%. I've been in a 10-year relationship. So 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like pretty much a housewife. So yes, I've been through it all.
That's interesting.
And that's why now it's like I don't have a lot of patience and tolerate a lot of things. So
Okay,
What did you learn?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the most violent part of that 10-year span?
violent, honestly, not physically. But
No, I know,
just,
not
like,
physically, but I mean, like, I just mean, like, yeah,
Try to
like,
hide-
what was
you
the
just put some
worst
spice on
part?
it, but-
Was it year 5 to 6? Was it year 9 and 10? Like, what were
Oh.
the?
Probably the last years.
The last year, 100%. Like, yeah, it just went down. Honestly, like, I would want to say, like, maybe, like, we were in, like, year, maybe 7? It was already
started-
going
that's
down.
where
Yeah,
it started
It
to-
started going down. And then
Did you
just
guys get
progressively.
couples therapy?
Oh, we did. We tried counseling and everything.
That's
yeah.
really good.
Wow,
But,
that means you
uh,
really. You
We
really
tried. Yeah, 100%. We
Hey,
tried.
put in the
and then
effort.
You
Yeah.
put in the
Yeah.
effort,
Can't
but
knock yourself
sometimes
for
you
that.
can't.
You can't,
You
yeah.
can't. And you kind of outgrow each other, too. That's another thing, right?
Exactly.
We met when we were really young. So
Oh,
then,
okay,
like,
okay.
you
That
know,
usually
kind of we
plays a role.
outgrew each other. And other things obviously played into it. But yeah, for the most part.
Do you feel like there was something he could have did to prevent?
Yeah, I think
prevent it?
also like just the way he reacted to like conflicts and things like that, just more like just the verbal abuse. Yeah, verbal abuse, not the physical at all.
Was he aware of that?
Yes, he was.
Was
But
he?
he
Did he make
couldn't-
changes?
He tried, but it always went back to like being the same thing.
Do you think someone can change from things like that, or once a person's like this, that's just how they are?
I think you can, but it's just a matter if you are willing to actually put in the effort and also seek help, because those kind of things, like I think you need some like help, like professional help. Like, you know, you need to go to counseling. We did the counseling, but I think he needed to do more for himself, not like a couple's, more like just himself internally, right?
Yeah.
So there's levels to it, I think.
Fair
And
enough.
Sometimes, you know, you just have to let it go, like for the best. Like, and I have a daughter too, right? So it was like a long process to kind of be like, okay, this is not going to go anywhere. So
Yeah.
you just
Fair
cut
enough.
it and you kind of move on.
Move
right?
on, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I got serious.
Serious real quick. And I
Shot o'clock. Cheers. Chin chin, everyone.
Oh, he's drinking water.
Yeah, I'm sipping them on.
You guys watched the Super Bowl last night?
No, I missed it.
No,
You
I
missed it?
saw.
To catch up on
I
that.
only saw the
watched it? Oh,
Serena
Serena, yeah.
highlight, the crip walk.
The crib walk, the Serena crib
Yeah,
walk.
I didn't even watch the whole like halftime show.
Well, everyone's saying it's a bad performance.
That's what I've been hearing. Like
from
mixed.
Kendrick?
Yeah.
A mix.
I mean, I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard like it's a bad performance.
I mean, look, I've seen Kendrick Lamar live a few times. I think the performative aspect of his like artistry was on display because he was doing a lot of messaging, right? Like,
That's what I see.
with you know, with Uncle Sam
Yeah,
and you know, like the perception of prisons in America and how
political issues.
and how black people are constantly being smothered in their ability to like consume media and understand what's going on in the real world. That was like a really good. And Kendrick always does that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
And he was told to like not, you know, he was told to like make the performance literally not ghetto, like essentially by like the Louisiana government or whatever it was, I believe. You know, I don't know, quote me on that, but he was told to be like you know, keep it PG. It's the Super Bowl, and then he performed like DNA, which is a song about, you know, like, you know, black oppression and what it's like to be a black person in America. Yeah. So those things, you know, were fantastic, but I'm also like, bro, how are you not going to play Mad City? I need to hear, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and he had like his little freestyles and stuff that were like, that were not a part of like traditional songs that were just messaging, right? And I think that was super powerful of him to like make that decision. But I also wanted to hear Money Trees. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
But he's always been about like that and not so much about what people want, you know? He's true to himself.
100%. 100%, yeah.
Honestly, I wasn't a fan of him like prior to the whole beef.
Oh, okay.
I got put on by the beef, but he's a pretty good artist. Like he kind of intrigues me just with how he moves as a person.
Yeah,
He's different. Yeah.
So
he's super intriguing.
So for that, like it's been cool to see like what he's been doing. But like some people are like, okay, at what point are you gonna disconnect from the beef?
Yeah,
do you guys think it's dragged out too much now, or do you think that this is the final chapter of it?
I think this is.
No,
he's still performing. No,
nah, it's not gonna be the final chapter.
I hope it's done because
I'm tired of this.
It's been dragging.
I'm tired of the beef now. It's been a whole year. I kind of just want it to end.
Well, realistically, this beef has been going on for about 5-6 years. It's been going on
already.
Really?
Wait, there's a history.
Yeah, it's been going on for a long time.
I didn't know that.
So the short version of the history is like Drake brought Kendrick on tour, and then Kendrick basically started to become as big as Drake, and Drake was kind of like, give me my flowers, I'm the reason that you're like, I'm part of the reason you went on your first tour and you're kind of big. And Kendrick wasn't really a fan of the way that he was moving in that way, and they've been sneak dissing each other on songs for a very long time. Like, super. Yeah, there's a lot of different tracks. Like, I can't come up with one off the top of my head, but they've been sneak dissing each other for a very long time about like, you know, you think you're the biggest one and you're not, like all that sort of stuff. So that's why the Kendrick him dropping there's no big three when that first happened was really crazy because that was a direct like call out. But they've been doing that. It's been a long time. They've been calling each other out, talking about certain things and like, you know, certain quotes and you know, relationships that they have with certain people. So the beef actually has been going on for a long time. It's just kind of been very public and now in the big news for about a year. That's why I say I don't think it's not going to end anytime soon. They're still going to be bapping each other until maybe some other big blowout happens, but I don't think there's going to be another big blowout for at least a couple of years.
Yeah, we need to move on.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think
we need a new beef.
I'm not gonna lie.
I need a sexy red Cardi B beef.
That would be different. Now that would be sick. That would be sick.
In a respectful way. I don't want anybody to diss each other, you know. But I want Sexy Red to be like, "Oh, you from the past? You ain't even doing nothing with that ass." And then Cardi B is like, "You ain't sexy. You can't touch me." I think that could be fun.
That would be cool.
I think a Sexy Red Cardi B beef would be hilarious.
Beef brings out the best engagement in people, and just the audience. People love soaking that stuff up. But no, honestly, you know what I want from Drake? I want a series. I want a series.
A TV series?
Well, that maybe around. It doesn't have to be around Toronto, but like I need to see Drake in some production. He started with Degrassi. I think like he should get back to that to some degree. You don't agree?
No, I do.
I was saying that too.
You were saying that too, right?
I think he should really get back into like acting.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It's the perfect time.
He killed that for the last 10 years.
I honestly
let these guys who don't respect, forget these guys that weren't your friends.
Yeah.
Let's go do some other shit.
I honestly think he's been plotting this. I think he's been plotting his acting return for a while now. It just hasn't happened yet. I think he's been
good.
In my
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see.
He had his time already. You know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who cares about these young boys doing the rap stuff now? Let them run.
Yeah.
You got the hits that's gonna last forever. So I feel like it's time to transition to something new and still make music eventually and drop like a classic again. But
he'll always be dropping music.
Exactly.
He'll always be dropping music. Right? It's a creative outlet, and
that's what I would want to.
It's his moneymaker, right? But
yeah.
I honestly, because a long time ago, I remember he said, after when he came out with Views, which was 2016.
Yeah.
It was on OVO radio before the album dropped, and he was like, "Oh, like he's like basically was kind of like I'm coming back on my like acting tip very soon. Like keep your eyes out." It's kind of what he said, and obviously it's been 9 years since then, so like it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling this is the roadmap I see for Drake. All right, the first movie he's gonna do, because it's gonna be a movie. He's not doing no TV little series.
Okay.
Yeah.
First movie he's gonna do, he's gonna play the role of like the security guard. You know the one
what?
You know the one at the beginning of the movie that like has an important. Hold on, listen. Let me cook.
Cook.
Okay.
So you know, like it's like the security guard who's like best friends with the main character, and like he's there and he has like a good role in the movie,
Yeah.
and then he comes in at the end and has a super important role in the movie. So that way, it's not like he comes out with a big production. It's like he's the lead actor. It's like this guy's gonna get flamed. So he comes out with something little where it's like, oh, he's a supporting role of this good
Yeah,
movie.
I can see it.
Honestly, I can actually see that.
Then
Yeah, I can see a supporting
his next
role for
feature,
sure.
he's the main supporting character, right? Where he's like the main number 2 in the movie that like goes back and forth. So that way it's like, okay, he came out with this one big movie. Now he's doing another one where he doesn't, because he's not that, he's very strategic. He's not going to shoot himself in the foot with like, this is the Toronto Man movie. Like,
Oh my gosh.
that would be, you see, look, they're already pissed.
I'm already mad.
But you know what?
that.
I really think you're onto something, because even in the Chris Brown music video, the Good Riddance one, he was able able to not be the main character. He let Chris Brown do the dancing. He was able to be kind of more funny, more goofy, and like just more funny.
It was
And
it was
Drake's
really
good at
funny.
that.
And
He's good at like not necessarily. He can just be funny sometimes.
Yeah, like
so
not take himself seriously.
Not take himself seriously.
You know?
So I think that could actually work.
Yeah, and then his third movie.
I can see that.
His third movie is going to be his main character movie, where he's the main character of
see
the
that.
movie.
I can see
Because then
that.
people be like, oh, they'll massage the idea of Drake. Because if he came out with some big thing and it was like a Dwayne The Rock Johnson type of thing where he was the guy, everyone be like, oh my god, like, what does this dude think he's an actor now?
Yeah,
It's
too
been
much
10
too soon.
years. You know, again, and I say that not because he's not talented. I think I say that because he's strategic and he's smart and he's going to play it so that way he can be in the public eye in the best way, because he's all about being in the public eye in the right way. So
I think you're onto
that's my
something
Drake
with that.
acting roadmap. I've been saying that for a couple of years now, but it's been 9 years, so I don't know.
We'll see.
When
Come
it's
on,
gonna
Drake.
happen.
Get it
What do you guys think
together.
about him? What about the city? Do you feel like he's should be putting on some artists after he's done with his run? Because he's obviously made a legendary run. Because obviously our city is a little mixed up. There's a lot of politics, as every city. I mean, Toronto's just a lot more. Seems intense because we're living here.
Yeah.
Yes,
We're in the midst of it.
because we're living in it.
We're living in it. Do you think that should also be something he should add to his catalog
Like, I think Drake's put on a lot of
I was
artists,
gonna say
man.
that, no?
from our city?
Well, from Toronto, yes.
Yes.
Like,
Obviously, it was Smiley.
yeah, he puts on
He
Smiley a
has
lot. I
recently
mean,
put a
you know,
couple, yeah.
I mean, he's got the
Roy
big song
Woods.
with Roy Woods, but you know, Roy Woods isn't as big as he should be, in my opinion.
I agree.
Party Next Door and Drake like have worked together.
But
at Party
Party's
Next-
underground
Yeah.
too sometimes.
No, but he's pretty big now. He's got like
He's
20
big.
million
He's
listeners.
But he moves like
up.
Kendrick, like he'll drop and then he's gone.
Yeah, but he's dropping soon
The
though.
local
That's true.
saying February 14th.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I
That's
can't
true.
wait.
Yeah,
That's
he's
true.
dropping soon. So I think
Yeah, I
Party
can't
Next Door,
wait.
but that's a part of his allure, right? Like he doesn't perform live often. I think people are okay with
That's
him.
true.
How mysterious
That's
Party
true. It's like-
Next Door
it's
is.
like Party. Wait, you said Party Next Door?
Yeah.
And that's like what's Playboy Cardi actually?
Yeah,
Reminds
yeah.
me of Playboy
Where
Cardi
it's
a
like
bit.
where
They come in, come out.
yeah, the Weeknd was like that when he started, right? Like nobody knew who he looked like, who
a
he
good point.
was.
That's a good point.
Like
So-
Bryson Tiller.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, Bryson Tiller went on
Missing
tour
now.
recently, but
That's a
like
good
even
point.
still, it's like where he
Where'd he
at?
go? Yeah.
Where'd he go?
I'm
That's a good
ready.
point.
So I think
That's a good point. Now he's definitely done a lot for the city.
yeah, he's
in
put
his
on-
own way.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
yeah, but I do think it's one of those things where it's like you can only get so lucky. Like what's that dude, Block Boy JB, right? Like that guy, like obviously his career has deteriorated a little bit since that Look Alive song.
Yeah.
But that song just blew up, right? And that guy was in the spotlight. So it's not easy for it to be like, yo, we're gonna make a hit song
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
Toronto artist.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when he falls back though, maybe we can see some other artists start to climb
Thrive,
back
yeah.
up. And
Yeah,
thrive.
and like take
We'll see how it
like a
goes.
bigger spotlight for Toronto. Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. And
like-
honestly, that's not easy because there's not that many of us.
What do you mean, like Toronto artists?
Population wise.
I mean, nah, bro. We're big cities.
You think there's a lot of like many talented artists?
100%. There are so many talented
Rappers, though?
artists in Toronto.
There is.
There
yeah.
rappers.
then-
I'm less knowledgeable about, but there are. I've heard
Yeah.
1,000%.
I just don't feel like I maybe I don't marketing right. I don't see it.
Yeah,
as
like,
much
I
'cause
mean-
we
I
haven't-
mean-
I also think it's
Pressa.
the politics
Pressa's
too,
pretty
right?
fire.
Like,
You know, Pressa's
them
really
getting in
fire.
trouble all the
What about
time.
Doobies
It doesn't
inside?
help. Like,
That's true, yeah,
the
they be getting in
development
trouble.
growth.
Yeah.
But that's contradicting because them getting in trouble technically adds to the audience.
Yeah,
That's
but
how it
it's
is in
like,
America.
What audience are you trying to attract? Because you need to be able to travel. Like in Canada, there's only
That's
so
true.
much you can
Yes.
do. You know
That's
what
true,
I
that's
mean?
true.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
can't
you have
be
to
Well,
having
well, if these guys aren't getting into these
convictions.
problems, are people heavily invested?
Most of Toronto rappers that are talented are into like the street life and
But I'm saying if they're not into street life, let's say they're just talented.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
it
they
adds
can
to
make
their
it.
I think it adds to their allure.
It does, but to a certain degree. Like you can only blow up so big. Like like
Yeah.
not everybody can have like a Justin Bieber got caught driving in Miami moment, but he was huge then. You know? Like he was huge then, and it didn't really
Yeah,
matter. He was 21, he was being dumb. Like if you're like 19, 20, like and you're still kind of this small artist trying to blow up, and
yeah.
you're getting caught on a.
I think it sucks though because American artists, they can get into all the problems they can get into and still go state to state.
Yeah.
And that adds to their audience because people are intrigued with negativity. That's the truth.
Yeah,
People
they
are
are.
intrigued with
But that's just like
negativity.
a certain audience that you're gonna get, right?
That's
Like,
true. It just depends what audience you want to build. But
Yep.
if we're talking about hip hop kind of thrives in that atmosphere.
It does 1,000%.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah,
50
that-
Cent.
Yeah. I mean that.
Every day
But
poking
a lot of shit
the bear,
that
poking
flew
the bear.
back then doesn't fly now.
Yeah,
Now it's
that's a different
strict.
era.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's a
Back
different
in the
era, right?
50s
Like when
time.
NWA, they were like, "Do not perform," fuck the
Yeah.
police, and
I think
they did, and
they
it caused
did
a
it.
riot.
But look at
Exactly.
artists like Lil Durk.
Yeah, Lil Durk.
But
Lil
look how
Durk.
he calmed down though now.
Calm down.
He did.
You know where Lil Durk is right now?
No, but I'm saying like, well, okay, yeah, I know, but I mean like music wise, like he doesn't promote that as much now. If you now,
Right before he got caught. Free smirk though. Free smirk. I'm just saying though. I gotta be real. I gotta be real, man.
I think hip hop artists do definitely thrive off of that. But in terms of just general artists, there are so many talented artists in Toronto through and through.
That's true.
And there's a lot of stuff that's being done in order to like promote and help them thrive. I don't think it's necessarily all on Drake's shoulders. Like I don't know. Can we name 2 artists out of Louisville that isn't Jack Harlow? I couldn't. I know like maybe one. I'm
I
trying
don't
to
even know
think.
what Louisville is.
Me
Well,
either.
see,
I was trying to pretend.
and that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry.
So, but that's my point, right? Where it's like, yo, I'm the first one out of Greensboro, Massachusetts, and you're like, you the only one. But is it on
Okay,
there?
so wait, name the top. Wait, who's the top guys of OVO? We said Party.
Magic Jordan, who I think should be huge.
So you
personally.
just mentioned 2 people that you think should be huge. Roy
Yeah,
Woods
I know.
and Magic Jordan.
I think they should be massive, but that's
so
just
what is the problem then?
I think it comes down to marketability and also collabs. I think collabs is a part of it, and then it's the touring. You got to tour all day, every day now. Especially now, if you're like a kind of getting there and you have the ability to and the resources, you got to tour all the time, and you always got to be playing your music, and you always got to be coming out with music, which isn't always easy with a label.
Yeah.
It is.
So it really just depends on what your situation is, and when you're in a duo like Magic Jordan, you both kind of have to have juice, right? You can't just go on a track and be like, "Yo, I'm about to like." Magic
Yeah.
Jordan needs to work together. So I think,
point.
I mean, the marketability is a big one.
I was gonna say the marketing.
What's your social media like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You right?
Who's watching you?
It's not even about being a
That's-
TikTok artist, but like, what's
Network.
your
the
social
network.
media like?
Your social media, like honestly, I feel
You know,
it's the
like
marketing
who's?
for sure.
Yeah, I saw one artist. Oh, there's a guy actually. So there's a guy I know who I met in LA named Jo, and he has some viral. His songs are really good, and he's got super viral social media everywhere.
Okay.
Like his song is called Worst Case Scenario, one of them that blew up, and all the videos were about the worst case scenario, like getting hit with a baseball bat, getting run over by a car, and it's in these videos, right? And it's like you see it happening in slow motion where like he's about to get beat up.
Okay.
And it's the same clip every time, and it's just really smart marketing, and the music's also really good. So, but is Roy Woods doing that with every single one of his things? No, he's probably dropping really cool visualizers, but like, does that necessarily draw a new audience?
Are the labels blocking
know?
certain
That's
Yeah.
creativity-
also
creativity-
possible.
Exactly.
creativity-
That's another
That's
thing.
also
So what are they
possible.
pushing? Right?
Exactly.
What
Yep.
they want to
Yeah.
push.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Very,
another
very,
thing.
very
I mean, there's a
possible.
lot of factors we don't know
You know?
because a lot of things are
Yeah.
happening behind the scenes.
But I don't
as
think
well.
it's on his shoulders. But like, is it on the weekend's shoulders too? What's the weekend?
Yeah, what has the weekend done? That's a very good question. I don't think the weekend can do
You
anything
know?
for
Yeah.
anyone.
Like, Belly. But
Oh, yeah.
who's? I don't know who's
I don't
listening
know.
to
I don't know.
Belly.
Yeah,
bro.
who's listening to them?
Oh, Nav.
Nav, yeah, Nav.
For a little bit. I don't
But
think
nah,
it's that big.
Nav was the first brown boy to get popping. He did it on his own. I'm gonna say that to
Yeah.
Nav.
Okay.
You know what?
I love Nav. I love Nav. I used to listen to his old mixtapes all the time.
Before we get it to you, because we got to get it to you.
Yeah, yeah.
You do a lot of things that you don't want. You haven't mentioned yet.
Sure.
But
Yes.
what do you guys want for Toronto? Like, what excites you? Because you guys been to Miami, you guys experience things out of the country. What do you guys want for our city?
I would love like I
Sorry,
don't know.
just
I
bring the
just
mic
think
closer.
the nightlife, the day life there, like everything is just so much more animated and interesting. I think here, no one's ever in the city, honestly speaking. Like, it's because I think the weather plays a part too.
I think
like,
I was gonna say
it kind of stops a lot of like
the motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the best year for the city?
2016, everyone says.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2018.
Yeah, I would say between 2016 and 2018. Mind you, I wasn't outside then.
No,
Me
but-
either. I didn't. I was looking from the screen.
Me
but-
too. I was
For
looking
me,
for
I
my-
had a blast this year. So
She's like,
Good year.
this is my good
this
year.
is her.
Yeah. She's.
But yeah,
Again, like 2020, like the pandemic, I feel like Toronto came together. There was a lot.
Yeah, we did.
We were talking about Club.
Yeah.
Remember Club?
Yeah,
Were you guys on Clubhouse?
I fucking loved Clubhouse.
Yo, I was on Clubhouse going crazy. I was going
arguing
crazy.
with people all day.
I was
Oh my
arguing with
God.
everybody all the time. I had the hood niggas. I had the good. I had the nerdy guys. I had everyone in the one chat. Bad bitches, good bitches, everyone.
Yo.
Everyone.
No, I didn't experience that.
Clubhouse was
like,
on
right
Clubhouse
fire.
was lit. I met so many friends.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
so many connections just from
That's
Clubhouse.
crazy.
Yeah.
Me too, yeah. Actually.
But yeah, but see, take that in. That community doesn't exist in the real world of Toronto because
Yes.
people take themselves too seriously, man.
Facts.
The only thing I want for Toronto, man, is for people to understand that like it is not that serious. You are not that cool. I am not that cool. It's just chill. Let's all be friends. Like, not everybody's out to try to get you, and not everybody needs something from you. And you don't also need something from everybody else. You don't have to force a connection. And it's just, I think there's so much neediness that the city doesn't need to have.
Entitlement too.
Yeah, and it's like you go to Miami and these other places where like I've been to Los Angeles, Montreal, one of my favorite cities in the world, by the way. And there's just so much more eagerness of comfortability with people.
Yeah.
People are eager to like want to be chill with you, and they're eager to want to see you again, and they're eager because they want to. It's not because there's some ulterior motive, but believe it or not, like not everybody has these ulterior motives. And yeah, you can be done dirty in Toronto, but to continuously wash this same paintbrush about your like things that have happened to you is just old.
Yeah.
To be like, well, it's like I've had like bad friends once. Guess what? We all have. Like it's
Yeah,
not
now
that
they treat
serious.
everyone
Someone just
like
want to
shit.
gets to know you. Like you're in the club with the same 4 people that you only talk to, that you only see, that you only ever will respect and speak to because per and whatever, all that BS. Why? Just stop
Yeah.
taking yourself so seriously. It's chill. Have a good time. We're all here to have a good time. This is one of the best cities in the world.
Yes.
There's so many
There's
amazing people that live
so
here.
much good
Give
things
everyone a
out
chance
here.
to try to enjoy our lives instead of being so judgmental and consistently
Yeah. I hate when people are like,
disassociative.
why do you
I would've
talk
gave you a
to
round of
this and
applause,
so and
bro.
so? And I'm
Very well
like,
said.
they're cool with me. Like, just because you don't like them doesn't mean
Yeah,
I
because it's
can't
like,
them.
it's like, do we all like this person?
Yeah.
that just walked in. It's like,
Yeah.
they're,
And if I have
let
a
them
bad-
chill. Like,
yeah, if you have a bad experience, it's okay. You live and you learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love to network. I love to meet new people. Like that's why I love to
Exactly.
travel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've had so much opportunities just doing that.
Yeah.
So I think people are very close-minded in this city.
I
That's
think so
the
too.
thing.
The competition here,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
people are too
Too
competitive,
too
and they're
competitive.
not open to collaboration.
Yes.
They can
Yes.
do so much.
Yes.
When you collaborate with people, like
Yeah.
Literally.
that's so key.
Yeah.
You guys can
Yeah.
both thrive. Like
I've had people like people in LA, people in
Exactly.
LA, massive followings, bigger than me, homies of mine. They're like
Yes.
let's do work.
Let's work.
Like
Yeah.
I'm down.
Exactly.
I'm like
Yeah.
you're down. I'm like like my page is tiny compared to your page. Like I don't care about that, bro. You're hilarious. Whereas in Toronto, they're like you have
They see you, I know.
37,000. Like I'm at 40.
Very
so like, and you're like, oh my
judgmental.
goodness. Like
Yeah.
why is this so?
Very
Why does
well
this have to
said.
be so like
But like you said, it's not that
transactional? It's
serious.
not that
Exactly.
serious.
It's not.
Let's
It's
just
really
like
not.
who cares? Like I think we can make a funny video together. And there's some people that are great like that I could totally shout out. But I
Yeah.
just think that there's so much more of that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think we're lacking that.
No, I
collaboration
think
piece.
I think you guys mentioned some great points, and like when I was on Clubhouse, I felt that like that freedom, you know, and like that connection,
Yeah.
and that's kind of why I started Players Play. It was to bring people together, you know, for like meaningful connections and just people being themselves, whether it's through events, whether it's through conversations, whatever the means is. It's just like like why can't we just all communicate and just be ourselves?
Yeah,
You know?
Exactly.
There's always all this
Yeah.
pressure, but
People trying to put up appearances too in the city a lot.
Yeah.
Like, please stop.
there's a lot of that.
There's
Smoke
a
and
lot of that
mirrors.
too. Yeah, exactly.
so much smoke and mirrors. You
Smoke
get
and
around these people.
I'm
you
gonna
think,
start calling them
I know,
that.
I like that.
Smoke and
Come on,
mirrors, yeah.
come on,
I
and it's
like
all
that.
marketing.
What's going on, smoke and mirrors?
You better label that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trademark it.
Yeah,
but-
I actually
No,
love
bro.
things like that where it's like a saying that's for something that's like not regularly used.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what
If
we
you
trademark
meet somebody,
that.
you meet somebody that's like disingenuous, that's only about themselves. They're smoking mirrors.
Smoke
Yeah.
and mirrors,
Smoke and
man.
mirrors.
It's a good one.
Smoke and
I
mirrors.
love
You see a
that.
baddie, smoke and
All
mirrors.
right.
Like, I'm just joking. Some of them are real. Some of them are the real deal. Some of them are the real deal. Some of them are the real deal. But nah,
Yeah.
like yeah, man, it's crazy. But yeah, Moose, man, I want to get into like all the things you've done. Bro, I seen you on Cut, bro. I really been wanting. To
Oh,
ask you how
the
did it.
Jubilee videos.
You guys know about Jubilee?
Jubilee.
Jubilee.
Is that
You never heard
one?
of? It's like you guys have seen you've seen
Okay,
the videos.
what?
100%.
They do
Okay.
things like
Super
where
cool.
it'll be like one Trump supporter versus like 10 Kamala Harris supporters.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
See, I
I
knew
think
they
I've
said
Or
seen
like
that. Okay,
they
I've
do
seen
Yes.
they do a bunch of different ones where it's like
Okay.
girls will walk up and guys will have to judge them and stuff.
Yes,
Wow.
Moose was
Okay.
on one of those. High production.
Yes.
How did you get on there? I've been
actually-
wanting to ask you. Tell me
Yeah,
the truth.
spill the tea.
I actually
Spill
did,
the
I actually
tea.
did 4 of these videos.
How?
The only reason I got these videos is because of my boy Jack Atkins. Shout out to Jack. So he's my friend Jack was on a show called The Circle. He's also a super great guy.
Oh, on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like he's like a fratty white boy, and he presents that, and it's like he actually is like a really deep thinker, but he's also like super. He's just like, yeah, that's like that guy.
Yeah.
So he used a casting. He casts for Jubilee, and he asked me if I wanted to do this video, which was swiping left or right on gay girls or gay people.
Oh, wow.
But it was girls. It was
Yeah,
lesbians.
okay,
it was
lesbian-
lesbians.
okay,
Swiping
okay.
right or left on
Yeah.
lesbians.
That's different.
And I had to swipe on right or left on lesbians. And I was like, are you gay or not gay? And it was a really fun time and I had a great time. And, you
Yeah.
know, the audience loved me and they were like, this guy's funny and blah, blah, blah. Then the perception changed a little bit. And I did these other videos where I was like, I had to swipe hot or not on girls. And I was like very high energy and like very like friendly because like you kind of, you know, not that you feel bad, but you're also
You
like,
don't want to let them down.
hey, you're not hot. Like, so I was
Yeah.
very like hyper, you know what I mean? My personality, same personality, but I was just kind of like, oh my God. So a lot of people in the comments were just like, this guy's disingenuous. He's fake. Why does he act like this? This is so BS. He's so
mean-
clout
I never even
chasing.
took that in.
Yeah. I mean, not that I care about the comments. I just
what
thought
I
it was
was
like,
gonna say, yeah.
that's why I got the other videos. So like, that's what I'm explaining. So like, in my perception was really high.
Yeah.
And they were like, we
Yeah.
have to bring this guy back for a ton of episodes.
Yeah.
And then I did 3 in a row and they released them like in a row. And they were like, this guy, why is he in every episode? I hate him. Like, this is like, it went off the side of a cliff because it was just so much consistency of
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And it looked like, and some of them were dating, like trying to find a girl.
Yeah.
Which I actually genuinely was trying to find someone.
Yeah.
Some of the girls were not. Some of the girls were
How did
not.
that go for
Yeah,
you?
how was
Huh?
that
I mean, it
experience?
went not good.
Okay.
There was a couple girls I was like super interested in, but
Yeah.
at that, but that being said, it doesn't look like that. It looks like I'm just going on the show to go.
Yeah.
But I just didn't find a girl, so like that
Okay.
was just the way that was,
Yeah.
and it was really fun, and that's how I got the opportunities because
Wow.
of Jack
crazy.
Atkins. Yeah,
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty sick.
So,
did you guys text at all? Go on any dates after the show?
I went on a couple dates. It wasn't with necessarily people that I met on camera. It was like people
Okay.
that
Just
I
like
met afterwards.
yeah,
Just like kind of
yeah,
talking
yeah,
to them. Yeah, I went on a couple dates. There were some super. I mean, you have to be very confident to do these type of videos.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
you gotta go stand up, and it's just
Say
like,
that.
do you think I'm good looking? And I'm like, no. And then sometimes I'm like, yes. And you know, there were some very beautiful, you know, women that walked up, and they were super sweet, and like, they're all really good, have good personalities, right? Because
Yeah.
again, you have to
That's
kind of
right.
have a little bit of sauce.
Yeah.
You're gonna let random men judge you.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
and all of them are so all of them are like really fun and confident, which I really
I love those type of
enjoyed.
videos.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're really fun. So yeah, I had a couple of dates, and like, you know, nothing obviously you know came about it that was actually substantial, but
Yeah.
I met some really really fun people.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
that It was a good time.
dope,
And how'd you start off with the media? Like,
You know?
how'd you start off in the media
Um,
space? Because you said TSN or something. Like that?
Yeah,
Was
I
that
did.
The first gig?
I did. Yeah. Which also super excited. Before we even get into that, would you girls do a video like that?
No.
You
You know
no,
what?
no.
I'm even hesitant about podcasts. Like,
Wait, really?
yeah, she.
I
yeah.
would.
What do you mean?
Wait. Why? Wait. You need to get great. I like how you flipped it on them. Why are women
Real fast.
Why are women hesitant to do those type of videos? Because one, I think it's cool because not only like you said, you might not meet someone on the show, but you might meet somebody that looks at your personality from just viewership, and they might
Yeah.
like you
They
and
might like
gravitate
you,
to
yeah.
you.
Or they might not.
Or they might not.
I just don't like. For me, it's a judgment. I don't like judgment.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Shit.
Fair enough. But why podcasting though?
Not just
What?
podcasts. Any
any
like
type of
streaming, like
media.
anything like
Where you're
that.
exposed a lot, right?
Yeah.
People
Like
just
very
have access-
hesitant about, you know.
Fair
Because
enough.
like you said, it's up and down, right?
Yeah.
One minute they can really like you, and then one minute they want you to die, and you're the worst person
I know
in
that,
the world.
baby. I know that's right. So all my haters
wanna
out
see
there.
those comments.
I love you. Oh no, you gotta read. If you pull up that YouTube video, you'll go and see some nasty stuff.
Scared,
Yeah, I know,
like-
right?
A lot,
Wait, what?
a lot of
I'm not
people
gonna
were
lie.
like, "Why is he acting zesty? Is it because he's Canadian?"
Oh my
I had people say that.
No, they didn't.
And I was like, "No, it's called having a personality. I don't know what you mean. Like, I'm just here having a
Does
good
that
time."
does that affect
Yeah.
you?
Hell no, man. Hell
Okay,
no.
okay, that's
I know.
what's up.
I know the life I chose, man. Like,
No,
it's-
that's what's up.
I
No,
got-
That's
You
the
have
thing, you
to-
have
you
to
have to be like
understand.
that.
Oh,
No,
totally.
no, but
Exactly.
even when I
Yeah.
did the pop the balloon, because I did a pop the balloon.
did one.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I did
did the
two.
pop
Oh no.
I did two of them in
What was
Toronto.
that like?
If I'll tell you guys off camera.
Okay, yeah.
I'll tell you guys off camera.
Oh, okay.
you guys some
That would
off-camera
I would never do a pop
I
the
can't
balloon.
do that
Oh no 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 no.
I'm not gonna lie.
no.
The pop the balloon one was
Yeah.
crazy to even try to film in Toronto.
Yeah,
Imagine trying to shoot
yeah.
that in Toronto.
That's
Yeah.
No, miss me.
crazy.
Crazy.
No.
Was it
crazy,
violent?
no.
People
Huh?
take
Was it
everything
violent?
So
Violent?
seriously.
Oh, whoa. That's a safe place.
Yeah.
It's a safe place. We're a community, a great community of people.
Damn. Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
But no, it was just interesting to. It's just when you're putting those type of things together.
Yeah.
a lot comes with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was working at TSM for a while during COVID, and then I left that job to go on reality TV. So I played on a show called Big Brother.
Oh yeah. I was about to get into that.
So I went to school for radio and television. I wanted to be like a sports broadcaster. That was like my dream. I wanted to just call all the sports, and that dream shifted over time, and it kind of changed my perception of like what I wanted to be and how I wanted my life to go. So I was lucky enough to be cast on the show, and it was time of my life. Like one of the best things that so to give you an idea, I don't know if you watch reality TV at all.
I love. That's all I watch.
Okay. So
Wait, so you see?
Okay.
Sorry to cut you off. That is my problem with some people. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I love to watch
No,
it."
some people love it,
They
man.
love to watch it, but they don't
Yeah.
want to be on it.
No, but you can't. But it's because
I enjoy it from a distance.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
we need more
Yeah.
participants.
No. We don't need that. We don't need more
But I do
participants.
know
We need
a
more
game
people to
show.
participate in dating
game
game
show?
I
show.
would do a game show. Have you
You
guys
do a
watched
game show?
Beast or
Beast Games?
Yeah.
That's
No,
what.
no.
Well, that's what Big Brother's like.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
okay.
I would
So-
love
so-
something like
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
okay. So have you watched? So you've watched Beast Games. You've watched Survivor.
Survivor's
Parts
I
of
watched a little bit,
Survivor.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the essence of Big Brother
couldn't do
is
that.
it's like Survivor. It's like Survivor, but it's in
Yeah.
a house. It's 16 strangers from all over Canada
Yeah.
or U.S. or whatever country it's in.
Okay.
And we're in Canada. We're competing for $100,000.
Okay.
And every
okay.
week someone gets voted off by their housemates. So like
Oh.
everybody votes people out. And
Okay,
one person goes home
interesting, yeah.
usually every week. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's 2, sometimes it's 3.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to survive, and it's a game of social strategy as well as competitions, because there's competitions you can win to win power, and then you also have to have social influence where it's like you could win no power at all, but if everybody loves you then you can just stay.
Oh.
But if too many people love you, that means you're too liked, so you got to go. So there's a lot of layers to
So you
it,
gotta
right?
stay like neutral.
It's you got to stay neutral.
How far
I
did
know
you-
someone that won. I had him.
Who's that?
You know Tashawn?
Oh yeah, Tashawn. Yeah, man.
That's my
He's a
boy.
great guy. Tashawn
Him
first.
and my mom are like his
Oh,
mom.
really?
Yeah, it's like family friend.
Hey, Tashawn, first black winner in Big Brother Canada
Yeah.
history,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
one of the
yeah.
kindest guys, and one of the first guys that ever gave me time out of Big Brother. That was like another cast member.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he had just finished The Amazing Race at that time
With his dad, right?
with his dad,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
he still made time to come see me. And he's one of the kindest guys in the Big Brother
That's
community.
what's
I
up.
can say that deeply. He's a really great
That's
guy.
what's up. That's
so
what's
so
up.
Tashawn is awesome, and he he won. I didn't. How long did I last? I was there for 7 out of 10 weeks. So I was there 40.
Oh,
Okay, that's
40.
good. That's
Yeah, but I
really
came in
good.
like 9th out of 16 people, or 8th out of 16 people, because the weeks after me,
Yeah.
there was a double and a triple eviction. So it was literally so. This is like the whole thing of the game, but the way the winner is decided. You're voted on by a jury of your peers.
Right.
So at the end of the game, the person who wins has to be voted on by the people that have been kicked out. So we are salty, you know what I mean? We have opinion, like so. You have to send people
Very
out the door, but
salty.
you have to send them packing in a nice way, because at the end of the day, they have to vote for you to win. So
Yeah.
there's a certain, but only a certain amount of people can vote. So there's 16 players, but only 7 of us voted. So you have to make it past a certain amount to vote, because then you've played the game long enough. You've had relationships. If you're the first person kicked
Yeah.
out, you've been there for a week. It's like, how much did you really know? Why, like you know?
Yeah.
So I lasted long enough to be able to vote for the winner.
Yeah.
But after it was 2 of us in the house, but then back to back weeks it became 7, like just like that, because it was a double eviction and a triple eviction. Like 2 people came, then 3 people came immediately after that.
Wow.
So it was, but yeah, it's a really cool experience. I mean, there's no phones, no books, no newspapers,
phones?
Oh,
no nothing.
So you were in a house for
okay.
7 weeks, no phone?
Yep, no phone. Well, I had to stay the whole time because I had to vote for the winner. So
Oh.
even after you leave, they send
Oh,
you.
you still.
They send you to the jury
wow.
house, which is like an isolated location, and you have to stay there until the
Wait,
game
how-
And you
finishes.
still get no phone at that
Yeah,
point?
that point?
but you can watch movies. Like you can watch movies.
How do you commit to something like this? Like, doesn't this like screw up your like lifestyle?
Hey, listen, I didn't really have much going on at the
It's
time.
like a risk and a reward, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't have much going on. I mean, some people have jobs. They just tell their job, they're like, hey, I'm about to do a literal once in a lifetime opportunity. Will you please let me do it? And
Yeah.
most of the
Yeah.
jobs are like,
That's pretty cool though.
That is a
Yeah.
cool
You only live once.
experience.
you only live once.
Yeah,
and it's like to deny someone
experience,
your
yeah.
employee that opportunity, right?
I
So
mean, I would still go
I was.
anyways.
Wait, what'd you say?
Like,
I would still go.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, I was working TSN. I was part time at the time, right? I didn't have like a full time job. I wasn't
Yeah.
tied to a contract, and I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm just gonna take the leap of faith and just go and like leave my job and try to see how this turns out for me, and I met some of the best people I've ever met in my entire life, which is one of them is my best friend who's Cachet.
Oh, wow.
And she was on Love Island. So I met like a lot of like, different reality TV show people who, like I said, are some of my closest friends that I have in my life.
amazing.
And I'm really, really grateful. And that's like the best thing that I got out of it. And one of my best friends is the guy who won my season, whose name is Ted. And he's a maniacal genius and he's evil and he's not a good person at all. And I'm going to say that on camera because Ted. No, he's strategic. And he's strategic.
Yeah.
And he's a snake in the grass. And that's why he won.
That's how you gotta be.
And that's why he won.
You know the winner?
Things.
Yeah, he won the guy who won my season.
That's sick.
Yeah, I know him. Of course, yeah. He's like my best friend now. Now he's one of my best friends. Now he's my homie.
Did he take you out for lunch or something?
Oh yeah. No, we vibe. I was at his wedding. I went to his
I'm
wedding.
watching this right now.
Hey, listen. I don't care what Ted got to say. He knows how I feel about him. He is a vicious snake. He's a snake in the freaking grass, and I'm gonna say it 10 times over.
Wow.
All right. Watch all of his clips. He would literally be like this. He would literally be like, "Oh, hey man, how do you want to like vibe today?"
Yeah.
And then he would like cut to the thing where he's talking alone. He's like, "Nah, I hate this person with all of my fiber and being. They're going home this week, and I don't care about it at all."
Oh,
I mean, he wouldn't say that.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah,
obviously.
But it's cutthroat like that.
Oh yeah, he was so cutthroat. He's like, I'm just gonna decide who goes home this week, and
What did
nobody.
he do with the money?
I actually have no idea. I actually couldn't tell you. He took care of his wife. He had a wedding. He took care of his wife. Yeah, he got married to a very awesome girl.
So,
that's
sorry, I just had a quick question.
Yes.
If you have $50,000 and you're gonna get married, ladies, would you prefer a wedding or like putting it down on a down payment for a house?
Down.
Yeah.
Down payment for sure.
I don't know what house you getting for $50,000 down, but
50. I was gonna say 50.
you put a water
$50
down.
down.
Water
Yeah.
down.
In Toronto, that's not a lot.
Maybe, I don't
But,
know.
but I would rather
Yeah, you could
put
go
it
far enough.
towards something that is beneficial than just like a
wedding.
superficial.
I would maybe have like $10,000 to the wedding, maybe. Just a little bit. I'm a performative person. I would definitely.
I'll get the
like to have a
paperwork.
little
I'll get the
show.
paperwork. And then once we get settled and we have investments going, then we do the real wedding.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you got. That's why I'm investing now, man, to try
Yeah.
to take care of that stuff, But if I got $50K off rip, I would probably put like maybe 10 towards the wedding or something.
Yeah.
Just like
What-
a little.
Not 20?
Where's most of your?
And you showed your cards there. And you showed your cards.
Wait, I have an interesting question for the ladies. What's the most money a man has ever spent on you in one like?
That's a
outing?
fantastic question.
Come on.
Oh,
In one wet day? Or?
Day? Or date?
in a day.
No, in a day. Like a day. Okay, wait.
In a day, 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. The whole day you spent together, including the flight, including the hotel that you stayed in.
Okay. I would say probably around
Carry the one.
20K. But they took me shopping before that.
That doesn't count the 20K.
But isn't that spending?
No, it is. But I'm saying, they took you shopping as a part
Yeah,
of the
so
20K.
that's why.
What did you get? What did you buy?
Couple bags.
Investment. I like that.
Yes.
That's
I
a
still
good.
Those
have
bags
them.
have value though.
Yeah, I
And she
still
still
have
has a
them.
bag.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
That's a good
And
man.
it's gone up. It's gone up
Yeah.
in value since
Yeah.
then. I imagine.
Yeah.
20 bands.
Yeah.
Damn.
Including that's crazy.
Damn. Your turn.
Not me. I would say the most in a day, probably like 3-4K.
Okay.
Wow.
And that was like what, like a resort or something?
Yeah, that was like exactly, like a resort. We didn't really do like a whole
That's
travel.
still
No,
that's
3-4.
that's.
I was waiting for her to be. She's like, not me. I'm like more like 15, not 20 as much. I didn't go that high, but
But like I said, I'm more of like a lifestyle person. She likes the
Yes.
looks. You know what I mean?
Yes.
She doesn't really go for like.
yeah.
it's
You go for the nice
different.
guys. Oh, never mind then. I'm gonna take that back. You go
Bad
for
boys?
A little bit. It's a mix. It's a mix. But yeah.
What about corny? You go for corny at all?
Mm-mm.
No
you don't
corny
like
guys?
corny?
No.
No.
That
Yo,
won't
I
fly.
seen a post where like a
That
guy
will
was
not
like, you could get 100% off if you go to my house, no clothes or some shit like that.
Oh.
And he was in the club.
Oh,
with the
yeah,
girl.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
when guys say corny lines in the club? What's
Wait,
like
what
a
did he
What
say?
was it going?
I don't remember the
It's like
Okay.
it's like your clothing will be 100% off if you come to my place or
some
something
shit like that. Yeah. I gotta find the little
No,
TikTok.
yeah.
But like, what's the most corniest thing like a guy's ever said to you like randomly at a club? Because I've said a lot of corny things to women when I'm drunk.
Oh my
so
god.
I'm just thinking like, what if men?
My pet peeve is when they approach you with what they have. Like, oh, you don't know about me. I have a nice house. I have a nice car. And I'm like, okay, but, or I have a lot of money. But is that money going in my pocket? Because you telling me is not doing nothing for me. You know,
You're
what
like,
I mean?
prove it.
It doesn't
Write out
like-
a check right
and it
now.
actually turns me off. I don't like that. Like,
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah.
I like
gross.
when a guy leads with his personality. You know what I mean? I don't like when they just start off.
What
with-
about both though? What if he's like, yo, I'm a good guy, I work out, and I got bands.
Honestly, I'd rather get to know someone and then find out they have money than know they have money getting to know them, because that's what you're leading with, right? So that's what I'm going to use you for, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Should
another
women
thing.
use men for money if men use women for looks?
Yes.
Hit them with the bars.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think men should
so.
be used.
Yes.
I think men get insecure sometimes about
Yes.
being used, but sometimes being used is a common denominator
It's
of
true.
exchange of.
It's true.
It's exchange.
It's
what,
like
they're,
exchange.
what they're giving. Right?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
first
I
impression.
Exactly.
have a friend that, like, they were complaining to me because the women that he would date were, you know, they would be like really pretty girls and they have their stuff together, you know, and they have their own money. And he's like, all they want for me is money. And I'm like, yeah, because all you lead with is money.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And mind you, he's
exactly
not the most attractive guy. So I'm like, you're also dating outside of your league.
Yeah.
These women are, but it's true.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
women
yeah.
are beautiful.
Sorry,
They have
yes.
a lot of like guys approaching them,
Yeah.
guys that are
Facts.
way more successful, way like more attractive than you. You know what I mean? And she's
Yeah.
still willing to deal with you. Of course,
Yeah.
you got to come really hard with her. You know what I
Facts.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Guys
that's,
are delusional sometimes.
And when you start off
Very
a
much
certain
so.
way,
You
a
got
woman's
them
gonna
dirty.
expect that and more
And
during the
maintain that.
relationship. You gotta
gotta
maintain
maintain
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like
Yes.
one time, I went on a date, right? I don't even buy like Moncler and nothing like that, right? Found myself buying a Moncler shirt. I'm just like, I don't know why though.
Okay.
Okay.
You never did something like
Before the date?
that? Like it was I was just trying to do shit.
Like,
Some
you
days
would,
I
like,
do-
buy, like you
So
bought
you went
it
to
for
go
the
buy
day.
it like during the date.
Yeah.
Oh.
During
Yeah.
the date.
Yeah.
Oh, you were trying to flag.
He was trying to flex.
That's
I guess so. Like
Yes.
looking back at it, but I'm not
Yeah.
really a flexer though. That's the
Yeah.
funny thing. I just got out.
In that moment?
I got out of character though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to return the shirt. They didn't let me. They didn't let me. They
She
didn't
said,
let me.
back again, are we? Looking for another shirt? He said, no, I'm trying to give this one back.
I still have this shirt. Now I just wear it to bed. I just wear it all the time. I wear it all the time. I wear it all the time.
Oh,
now.
man.
I wear it all the time. I'm not gonna lie. It is what it is, man. Sometimes you get out of character, you know?
Yeah.
It's
It
okay
happens.
though. It's
It
experiences.
happens.
It's
Yeah.
experiences.
Exactly.
It's
You live and you
experiences.
learn.
You
That's
live and
it.
you learn, you know?
There are people to simp for, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You know?
You ever
But-
sipped?
Hella.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've
I
done
love
some.
when a man sings.
I
Yeah.
love it too. I don't know why guys like, oh, you're a simp, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, and like, why?
I
got
think
it.
women like to, not even just the taking care of part, but I think we like the softness that it brings out of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when a guy is willing to like love unconditionally, like that makes us want to open up and be more vulnerable and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
love you more, you know? But I think guys think like, oh, we just want to use them. And then you get the guys that are like, oh no, I don't spend, I don't do this, I don't do that. And it's like, okay, well now I don't want to open up to you because you're holding back for me.
Yeah,
So-
Limitless. It
Yeah.
has to be
Exactly.
limitless sometimes.
You know?
What is simping?
Simping.
I think simping is like
Kissing someone's toes.
That's it? How many simps have you had in your life? How many simps?
wait.
Raleigh has a lot.
Yeah. How many toe kisses are in the chat right now?
I know.
I was gonna say, don't
Wait, have you
don't lean the
you saw
camera down.
feedback?
I've been this close.
Oh, shit. Oh,
I've
shit.
been contemplating. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, sometimes
Damn.
you just gotta try some new shit. Sell the toes. Sell the toes.
Hey.
I told her that too.
Yeah,
she
I
doesn't
like
want to do.
I would sell the toes. Like if
listen.
I had toes to sell,
one
I would
here
sell
knows
my
it's
toes.
you.
No, I know.
Fuck
That's
it.
the thing. I need.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
I have a wiki feet page, guys.
Hey,
It's
listen.
Yeah.
not on, it's not me, it's not of my doing. I definitely didn't go and screenshot all my toe pics, but
Yeah.
there's a foot compilation of my, and I make no money off
There's
of
a
it.
fist
Really?
out.
Damn.
Yeah, I have like a foot. This is like
Yeah.
big. It's like a Big Brother fan who's just like, you know,
that's
like it's all
crazy.
like all the guys that were on my season, and some fans are really crazy obsessed.
Yeah,
Not, I mean,
yeah.
Big Brother Canada's a little bit different. Our fans go hard, but like it's not
Yeah.
as hard as the U.S. and Love Island
Oh,
and
yeah,
all these
yeah,
people.
they
Like
go
some of these
hard.
people.
Yeah,
like,
they go.
Oh, they have a
go
real
hard.
Like I know,
They
I know
really-
friends of mine have stalkers, man. Like, I'm not
Really?
even for straight up. Yeah,
That's what I'm scared of.
That's how I know you're in them
See?
circles.
you know,
You're
yeah.
in them circles.
No, yeah, in the reality world, I know people. Yeah, like but that's just naturally
That's
because I've met
normal.
them. But yeah, no, like some of these people, yeah, they got full blown
Yeah.
stalkers
Yeah.
messaging them.
Yeah,
Like
that's
Damn.
scary.
I know, like yeah. It's a little scary, but like it comes with what you get, right?
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
there's
You're
benefits
exposed
to it,
out
right? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
yeah. There's
So-
some wild reality fans out there.
So let's say you met a girl
Okay.
and she had a tattoo of her ex on her. Do you think she has to tattoo your name as well?
Oh my god.
As well,
Or like let's say like she has the tat,
I
but like
have
she
my
covered it
little-
up, but she
I have
told you the
my-
truth. Like,
Oh,
yeah, I used to have
oh.
my ex tatted on me.
and it was covered.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
But do you expect her to also tat you?
Nah,
Because
absolutely
then
not.
you're less important.
You can put my child's name on your body, not mine.
That's a red flag for me. I'm sorry. If I find out that you have your exes like tatted on you, I'm like, sorry, babe.
Well, you were just saying.
What if it's
we were
like-
just talking about limitless?
What if it's like
What,
a
limitless
Because
what?
we were saying, what were we saying, simping, right? What if he was simping? That was a part of the simping.
No, I would not.
But some people do it and they break up like within a week.
I would not want my man
That's true.
simping, like showing me he's a simp by tattooing my name on him. I'm
Yeah, there's
sorry.
other ways.
There's other ways.
There's other ways.
Yeah.
You can like, you know, take them out to dinner,
Yeah.
kiss their toe.
Kiss
Kiss
my
your feet,
toes.
yeah.
Kiss my toes.
So nothing permanent. Nothing permanent.
Nothing, not like on your body. I would not want my man to do
Yeah,
that. for
not
me.
my.
I'm sorry.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would.
be a
I would
red flag
have
for
to.
me.
Well, I mean, if they tell you after you're already in the relationship and you're like deep in there.
Yeah.
But you should know what's on their body.
No, but no. He said if it's covered up though.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
cover it up?
Yeah,
it's covered
yeah.
up, but like,
If
wouldn't
it's
you still
covered up.
expect them to kind of like tattoo your name
It would-
after a
it
certain
would-
amount of time?
Oh, wait, what?
No, but I'm just saying though, like after a certain
no.
time, they have to tattoo your name too because they already went the furthest extent with the ex. It's like, why not tattoo me as well?
I wouldn't put that on my partner.
I wouldn't do that. No.
Even
Personally,
after
I
they
don't even like that. So
And I wouldn't do that
Yeah.
because then the expectation is like, okay, so you're gonna get my name tattooed. I'd be like, nope.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
As
baby.
long as there's no expectation there. But if she wants to go crazy, go crazy. You know
No,
what I
that's
mean? If
another
she-
thing. Why
you
would
know,
you do that?
if she wants to get
Yeah,
a
that's
little,
just
I thought about that,
unnecessary.
but I
a
don't
little
Very.
animated moose on her booty, I'm gonna let her do that. That's
You'll
What,
do it,
what?
bro.
Say
That's
what?
Animated moose.
She got a little cartoon moose on there. I'd be cool with that. You know what I mean? That way, no matter where it's smacked, she knows where she's at. You know?
oh my god.
I would let
That's
that
a
fly.
funny
I would let
one.
that fly because then
Okay.
that could be anything. You know?
No, that's facts.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's a good. Yeah, it could be different meanings at that point.
That too, yeah.
that's a
But
good
the
point.
name though,
Yeah, the name is pretty violent.
Yeah.
The name is pretty
The name,
serious.
the name, man.
the
pretty
name
serious.
is pretty
You
serious.
you guys ever date a guy like based on his zodiac, or like deny the guy based on his
I'm not
zodiac?
even into like
Oh, you're not like one of those.
astrology.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, me neither. But what's your sign?
Yeah,
out
what's
of
everyone's sign? This is-
curiosity.
Scorpios.
Oh yeah, they said they're
Scorpios.
Scorpios. I'm a Pisces.
I'm a Gemini. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I believe in like behavioral like things. Like we're-
Okay, listen.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell y'all a crazy story.
Okay.
Oh,
This is
shit.
Here
this
for
is
it.
the
Okay, we're here
only
for it.
reason.
Okay.
Cheers,
This is
one
the
more
only
time.
reason I have an
Cheers.
ounce. This is the only reason I have an ounce of believability in any of this stuff. Okay.
Okay. What's
So
that?
I was at my friend's uncle's condo, and
shit.
just before my birthday, about 5-6 years ago, he's getting to know me. He's asking me questions about my sign and all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And his uncle used to read people's charts for like their birthdays before the internet. So he used to do it with books.
Okay.
So he was pretty serious about it, right? Like he
Yeah.
used to do it for real. It wasn't like he would just research a couple things.
Yeah.
So he's somebody of reliability. He's also
Yeah.
like a lawyer and like was like a head of a law firm. It's not like he was some kooky, like, you know,
Yeah.
living in the trees.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
Right?
Yeah.
So he sat his head on
Okay.
straight.
Yeah.
Right.
So he starts asking me about my zodiac sign and starts being like, da da da. Okay, he's like, oh, you're Pisces. You're born on the 27th. I'm like, yeah, born February 27th. And he goes, it's a good day to be born. And I'm like, all right. He continued to talk and starts telling me about all these things that had happened to me that year. Like the year leading up to when I had seen him, where it's like, hey, you probably had some. At that time, I had a falling out with a friend group, and he had like specifically said that. He's like, oh, you probably lost some friends recently, and you've probably been really alone.
This dude
You
a
got a
fortune
new,
teller, bro?
you got a new job. He's like,
tarot
you got into like a whole thing. Yeah, no tarot cards. Like he was just
Oh, he was just-
spitballing.
oh.
He didn't look at no charts,
Nothing.
nothing.
Just-
He was free gaming this.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, that's really right. Everything you're saying is right. And he goes, yeah, this and that. He's like, cool. He goes, this is a really tough year for your zodiac, and you're about to pass the bridge. You're about to pass the end of it. Something
Okay.
really monumental is going to happen to you early next year.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. And the sky is green. Like, okay. And he was like, something crazy is going to happen to you early next year. And early that next year, I got onto Big Brother.
Oh,
Wow.
get
And
out.
yeah, and
Okay,
and
that's
that is the
wild.
only reason I
Yeah.
can I have just some ounce of believability in this stuff because he genuinely came off this just off of his knowledge,
Yeah.
general zodiac knowledge, and he literally pinpointed. He's like, early next year, like something life changing, very big. Is going to happen, and it was one of the most life changing things that's ever happened to me, just based on the experience, the people
Wow.
that I met, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm not a diehard, but like I'm not a
Yeah.
denier.
Okay.
Me too, yeah.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Fair
You
enough.
know,
Like I don't deny it for sure.
I don't deny it either. Some things, yeah, they line up.
They do,
They do
yeah.
line up. I think so. But like, question though, when he read that, did he ask other questions? Was it just off of your
No.
zodiac sign and the date you were born?
Yeah,
That's it.
literally. He wasn't
Literally?
like, he wasn't like,
Oh.
oh, like what happened to you this year, or like what's going on in your
Oh,
life.
how old are
Yeah,
you?
or
None of
No?
that. He just literally started going. It was just
going.
started flowing
Okay.
like a river, and just saying stuff. Because I didn't even at first I didn't even start agreeing. I just said I was like because he's like, oh, you must have lost friends and blah blah blah, and you got a new opportunity. You were working like a new job or some sort of new thing, and I was like sure. Yeah, I was like sure.
Yeah.
Right,
you
just to
weren't
like
really
kind of ward it
agreeing.
off,
Okay.
and then he spit hella game. So yeah, that was the time, and just because he didn't even read a chart, he didn't look at anything, he didn't do any cards.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay,
yeah.
that's different. Yeah.
That is different. That is definitely different.
Yeah.
Damn. I never had one of those situations.
Yeah.
happen to me,
Sometimes
yeah.
these people they read, man. Some people are tuned into the vibrations of the world a little differently.
I think so too.
Some people
I think that's a thing.
Have you guys ever attracted a specific sign? Because I know I have. Like that you attract a lot of like say Libras or
Unfortunately,
No.
I got all the Pokemon in my pocket.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say the same thing.
I'm like,
I feel like Geminis,
Yeah.
we are just vibrant people, and we attract multiple different.
that's
signs.
true. You know what?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I feel like I haven't gotten with a Gemini.
I've
You
never
haven't
dealt
lived
with a
life?
Gemini.
You never know Geminis?
Oh no, I'm lying. One of my
I don't
girls
think
is.
I
That's
have
it.
either with
But
a
not
One
with
of my
a
good
man.
friends. One of my
Yeah,
good friends
no.
is a Gemini,
Yeah.
and
They got multiple personalities.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I hate y'all.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
it's,
thing.
but it's a good time.
It is a good time. I only
Good
have
time.
that's the thing. It's like that's why I said it's crazy you're a Gemini because like I have weight to like hold our friendship because I think you're a really cool dude.
I think you're cool too.
But I only have so much weight for Gemini because y'all be y'all be
we
like
up and down, we up and
this.
down.
Y'all be like this. I'm like yo.
I'm a moon rising, whatever that means.
Yeah.
I'm my Gemini.
Oh, you're
Yeah, I'm
Gemini? Yeah,
So
yeah.
I have some Gemini.
So what's your
I didn't
second?
even find that out.
That you
What's
have to
mine?
find. You have to find the time that you were born.
Yeah. You gotta
with
go
all
call
that.
the
Oh, you have to
hospital.
find the time. I'm not gonna lie. I
Okay.
asked one of my parents like, "What time was I born?" I asked the next one, "What time was I born?"
They don't know?
Different times. I said,
I believe the mom though.
You believe
Moms?
your mom.
Yeah.
Believe your
But
mom.
she's more
Dad's not keep
crazy,
track
though.
of anything.
No, she knows.
Yeah.
The mama knows.
Yeah,
for
your mom
sure.
knows.
Your
My mom doesn't know what time I was born. She just knows it was like late at night. Like she was like it was just like at night.
I'm gonna have to check in. I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to figure it out.
I
I'm gonna have
didn't
to
even
figure it
want
out.
you.
No.
That's crazy. She's like, what time you were born? Worst time. I don't know. The worst
She
one.
had her tubes tied, actually.
Oh, really?
Wait.
Damn, you wouldn't even let her
Wait,
live.
you were-
You said,
Wait, you weren't? Oh, you weren't supposed to be born.
No, not at
Wow.
all.
I was an accident too, but like that is way more
Yeah, you're
mystical.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Side.
that is serious.
She
That's
was like, I
different.
definitely did it.
That's
Yeah, she
different.
takes it.
Not
She
let
takes
herself.
it.
Wait, were you accident or were you supposed to be here?
Oh no, I was on purpose. Oh yeah,
Were you on purpose?
I was on
Oh,
purpose
hell
as a
yeah. I
guest.
was February, but I'm a Scorpio, so I was like born. And my parents actually got married.
Oh,
wow.
are they still together?
Wow.
Yeah, they're still together.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Their anniversary was on Valentine's Day.
Oh really?
that's-
I'm a Valentine's kid.
Oh, that's
they
really
was making
cute.
love.
Scorpio.
Shout out to Scorpio.
Hey. That's really good. My parents said, "Let's get it done. Hurry up."
I guess that's why they say we're like the freakiest sign.
Yeah,
or
I think
whatever.
that
I
yeah.
guess.
It's like,
Scorpios are hella
February's.
sneaky.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what
Scorpios
they
are.
say. They always have negative opinions about
Yeah.
us
It's
all
true.
the time.
No, I have it.
man.
I have it the worst as a Pisces man. Unfortunately, I have it real bad. Yeah, the percent. I mean, it's true. It's bad. It's bad. Pisces.
My
are-
dad's
Yeah.
a Pisces. I love Pisces.
I have another
Yeah, but
question.
if you have one in your life that's in there, you're like, oh my god, I get it. But
Yeah.
but if you deal with one and you don't have it regularly
Oh.
and they mess you up, you're
Yeah.
like, never in my entire life ever again will I even
Oh,
look at
shoot,
one.
really?
That's really what it's like.
Okay,
That's
no, my
really what
dad's
it's like.
That's deep.
I swear, people will agree with me. I'm telling you, Pisces
Yeah.
men get the worst rap. I don't even like to say that out loud in public.
Okay.
Like this is
Yeah.
bad that I'm saying this on camera.
Yeah,
recorded.
on camera.
Like yeah, you know,
Document.
it's just some people that rock with it are like
Yeah.
you're the best, like you know, oh my god, I'm all
Yeah,
in, and
yeah,
then some people
exactly.
are like die, like they're literally
Yeah.
like go
Oh, it's
to
either-
hell, you're the
okay.
worst person that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
The zodiac signs is definitely real. I was watching this one couple, this girl named Miss Zora, or Miss Cora. I don't know if I'm saying it right. She has like 9 kids,
Lord.
and they have what's the word? Interracial relationship. So her husband's black and she's Indian.
Okay.
And I watch all their videos. Like it's super cool, and their signs were the same sign as me and my girlfriend. And I was like, I kind of see the vibe, like the way they were describing their relationship. They were like, oh no, you know, we're a little toxic here, and I was like, oh shit, we're a little toxic there. It was just like it was similarities. Yeah. Who do you guys gravitate to online? Like I love stuff like that, like different dynamics.
Yeah. Like
You know what I
looking
mean?
at comparatively.
Yeah, like especially like an Indian woman, black guy, 9 kids. How does this work? How do you pay the bills?
Yeah.
That's
You-
9 kids though.
Yeah.
I'm still on their YouTube channel trying to figure it out.
That is
Yeah.
actually
A lot of kids.
insane.
That's a
He's
lot of-
farm
That's what I'm
at
saying.
that point.
Yeah,
Like,
they got a lot of kids together.
that's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And they
This
all look
day and
different.
age,
It's super cool.
Having 9 kids,
Yeah.
that's expensive.
It's just-
The only time I seen that was
$9
John
million.
King Plus 8. Yeah. I don't know if you guys watched that show, but
Yeah.
You watched it?
Yeah. I know that show. Yeah. I know
Johnny
that show.
K plus 8. Yeah, no, that was the only time I seen something like that.
Crazy.
I don't know if I have any like honestly
Yeah, is there
my
anyone
I think my
you're
celebrity
intrigued with?
comp I feel like I genuinely feel like is Justin Bieber.
I like Justin
Not
Bieber
even
too.
him and Hailey Bieber. I just like I feel like I understand Justin Bieber a lot.
Yeah.
Because he went like not because we've gone through the same things, but I feel like I see so much of like the things that happen to him and I'm like this is so like I would regularly act this way. Like if I was like 21 and mega rich and famous and every girl I would act this way. Like it's like oh he's such a bad like for example like paparazzi like he's coming out of a donut
Oh,
shop.
where he's like, fuck you.
No, but there's one thing.
Out of service.
No, yeah.
You can swear.
No, but you're talking about the one when he hop out the van.
I've seen all of them.
Yes.
It's so funny.
No, but some of them are like he's literally like guys, like I'm actually just like I just want a salad, bro. Like please. He's like take
I'll be like,
pictures. He's like take
listen.
pictures, but like just don't like
Yeah.
Oh
like
my
yell
God,
at me.
that's so
It's
funny.
like just don't yell at me.
my family's upstairs. Like, I just got home. Like, I'm just trying to.
Yeah. And I feel like I would be like that.
Paparazzi.
This he's talking to paparazzi and people don't
like
act
he's
this way with the paparazzi.
They don't, 'cause they
And-
hate paparazzi.
Yeah, and it's like with Bieber, I feel like he's
He's
just
so
got
humble,
he's
yeah.
so
Yeah,
humble
yeah.
and like he's
Bieber-
Canadian. He's
Yeah.
Canadian, and that
so
inherently is a part of it.
Yeah.
And I think that I could rock with Bieber. And Haley is like she's from what I understand like super quiet and
Killing me, bro.
not as you know what I mean.
don't
And
know
I
this
would like to
time
think
we
my
have.
girl will be that way too.
She's
So
hilarious.
Yeah.
I think Bieber and I are very similar. That guy's definitely gonna be my best
No,
friend
he
one day.
kills
You actually have me
though.
dying today.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, he's
I
good.
don't know. I'm actually funny.
Oh my God, have you seen Kanye's tweets? I
Let's get
remember
into
seen
it.
some.
Let's get into it.
Like,
you know
every
what?
day I wake up
Kanye.
thinking Kanye is hacked, and no, that's actually him.
First of
tweeting.
all, I just want to say this first and foremost. Yes, he's a part of the Gemini community, but we do not
Oh,
claim him
of
at all
course,
times.
that
We
makes
do not
sense.
claim him at all times.
Y'all
No,
see?
that makes
See what I'm
sense,
saying?
We don't claim him at all
but
times.
I'm just
See what I'm
saying. That
Right
makes
now,
sense.
Yeah.
he's off his rails.
Listen.
He's off the
Bipolar.
rails.
I think it's I think it's just insane. Nah, you know what? You can't
He
say
made
that.
one- yeah,
But
he
fam,
made one of the
but
best
fam,
albums.
come on, bro. You can't be moving like that with
No,
such a
no,
big
no, no, no.
audience.
It's not even
He
about a
literally
big
said-
audience. I think
Talk to me.
saying anything of that nature is completely crass and just like uncalled
I gotta agree.
for.
I
Like,
super have to agree.
I mean, it's in the same line of other racist rhetoric that's been put around, right? Like it doesn't matter how you go about it. Like if you go on his website right now, like the T-shirt that's for sale is just like it's like pretty crazy.
Oh, I seen
What
that.
did it-
It's-
what
it's-
did it-
it's
I haven't
no,
seen
I seen that.
Yeah, he's got a shirt for sale that's like just like a swastika on a white shirt, and it's just like not okay. A swastika. Yes. If you go to Yeezy.com.
What do you think about the White Lives
So-
Matter shirt?
What do you mean like that was with?
It's on his website.
Is it on his website now? I haven't seen that, but that being said, it's just like you can't go that far. It's just not okay. And whether or not, look, there's a lot of depth to understand what the stuff that's happened to him. He's been taken advantage of and drugged up, and there's from things that I've seen in the media. Right, there's only so much to know and believe, but I
Yeah.
just really think that it's just genuinely uncalled for, and there's just it's too far.
I
of a
actually
line.
agree. And I think like Elon
Yeah.
Musk giving him the free reign, not really him specifically, but like him having so much free will is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it was funny at one point, but it's sad now.
Yeah, it was funny when he was saying funny stuff.
Yeah,
Concerning.
It's
now.
Yeah.
concerning.
Yeah,
it's just it's a little
it-
And
it
scary.
is
his wife.
concerning.
Did you see how?
He's
Yeah, I
always
seen his.
exposing her.
You guys seen his wife? So, do you think there's gonna be a documentary 10 years from now where she's like, oh, I wasn't.
Oh hell yeah!
Me
just
too.
that,
I'm not gonna lie. I
yeah.
kind of see that coming. Soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
What's her last
wild.
name?
She doesn't
Sensory. The
look
sensory story.
comfortable.
Yeah, Bianca Sensory.
Yeah.
The sensory story.
She's
is
definitely
coming
not.
yo,
soon.
someone. I was
No,
watching.
definitely not.
I was
She's
watching
very
Michael
exposed.
Blackson, and he said that she looks like a deprived like Kim K version. Or
She
like
does.
like I don't know. He used some funny terms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
but
really
no.
funny.
It's
Nah, it's very comparable, but
Yeah.
it's sad to
think he said
see.
dehydrated.
Everybody has. I mean, yeah, he's got like, he's got his stuff. He's got his mental health problems as well, right? That he has
Yeah.
to address too. So
Yeah.
it's a scary.
Just sucks.
scary-
He's a Gemini.
Yeah. See,
Back to
and that's the thing with
Gemini.
y'all.
Makes us look bad.
Y'all are
Makes us look
wild.
bad. But Tupac was a Gemini too.
And Tupac was wild.
I know.
Yeah,
Tupac was also wild.
But we also do amazing things.
No, 100%. That's not to
Great
take away
things.
from the
Great
success
things.
of
But very
Geminis.
crazy.
Yeah,
Very
incredibly
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie.
unhinged.
I'm not gonna lie.
Unhinged.
I feel like
Yes,
if I
that's what
wasn't
it is.
if I wasn't
That's it.
self-aware, I don't know if this is a Gemini thing, but we are a little wild.
Yes.
Little?
Very,
Very
wild.
very.
Very wild.
The
I'm gonna-
one
I'm
person I
yeah.
have in my life that's a Gemini that I literally will hold the weight for is one of the most wildly entertaining people I know because she's crazy.
Yeah. But I mean,
love her, but she's
but those are the type of
Yeah.
people that you watch, and it's great. It's just we are who we are.
Yeah.
We are who we are.
100%.
You know, without us, what are you gonna watch?
I mean, damn.
You are the
We
entertainment.
are the entertainment.
The pot is being
Unhinged
stirred by
Why I
both
watch
of.
reality TV.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The pot is being stirred by both of y'all's
Yes.
personalities. All
That's what I'm
7 of your
saying.
hands are getting in the pot and involved.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
Even if
saying.
nobody
You
else
need,
is
you need the
cooking it.
good with the bad.
Yeah.
You know.
100%.
So what kind of reality TV do you watch?
I watch like.
I bet she
every-
watches baddies.
What?
I
haven't
do
even-
Like
actually.
the Natalie Nunn
yeah,
show.
Yeah.
There's
I watch
one in
everything,
Toronto
though. I
too.
watch like Love Island. What else do I really like? I love like Dubai Bling, like all those things on
Okay.
Netflix.
That's
all
so
those reality
funny.
shows on
Netflix,
Netflix.
yeah,
I
like,
love.
yeah,
What about that naked one
um,
where like they're like dating naked? I seen ads
that
for
one?
it.
No, like
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
into that.
You
What
seen that?
is
It's a UK show.
It's a
Yeah,
UK
dating
show?
naked. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like when they have
They're
some
crossing
sort of,
the line with
I'm
these
sorry.
things.
No, well,
What?
actually,
I mean, I'm not opposed
Yeah,
to
I
it.
don't
It's
think
good
it's just,
content,
like,
but like,
random.
That is
what's
crazy.
next? Like, how further can it get?
Well, actually, in the UK, it's like pretty like they're pretty normal with their like sort of like crass TV. Like they have there's
Oh.
a show actually called Naked Attraction in the US.
Oh.
And basically the way it works, it's like a date in reverse, right? So like how do dates end?
They go naked on the date. No.
No.
So just
No?
So it's 5 people and they're
Yeah.
all on like they're all on a stage and they start like waist down, naked, waist down, and the person is standing and is like,
down.
okay, who do you want to eliminate based on their waist down? If it's whether they're lesbian or whatever.
Stop.
So then they eliminate them.
That is crazy.
Then
I
it
could
goes
never.
chest down, right? And then like the little mechanism comes up. It goes chest down, and then they decide who do you want to eliminate based on their chest. Boom, and then it goes face. Then they eliminate one person. Then it's voice, and then the last person that's left, they go out on a date with that person. And the point of it is to like remove away kind of that part of the date where it's like, you know, there's so much
you got out the way.
sexual kind of like
I would sign up for
attraction.
that.
Yeah, you know.
but that ruins the momentum.
Not really.
You don't
I
think so?
think it's just a different way of dating to take.
Yeah.
It's just like
You wouldn't
flipping
even
it.
do any type of show, and you talk about not really.
I would do funny ones like that. Like I would.
You would do that?
Yeah.
You would do it. You would
just
do.
for the entertain. Just
would,
for the.
Would you do? You'd
But
be
you
the
have to
person
be
judging
naked.
though. You'd be the person
Okay.
judging.
You'd probably be the one that's choosing.
You'd be the one
I
choosing.
wouldn't be
Oh,
the one.
oh, you're the one
the
choosing.
chooser. The chooser.
Oh,
not
the
the
chooser.
one.
Oh, okay,
Not
okay,
the one
okay.
contending.
Oh my god.
Okay. I was confused. there.
I wanted to do a podcast.
Let me
terrified
clarify
of
that.
the man.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me clarify that for her.
Look at the
He's like, I would do a fun little show like that, like strip naked and have someone judge you.
She likes all that reality,
Yeah,
crazy
no.
type
Yeah.
content.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
into Jersey Shore and
Oh, that's like one of my favorite.
I love
shows.
Jersey
Like,
Shore.
I love Jersey Shore,
Jersey.
too.
Yeah,
I love
that
Jersey
was
Shore,
the
too.
They're
classic
so
show.
unhinged.
did you guys
Very.
watch Baldwin Hills? Bet not.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
lie.
I didn't.
Yeah, I did. And
Only the real
College
ones
Hill and
know.
all of
You
that.
don't know?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know what?
No,
You
Baldwin
got
Hills.
to check it out.
did.
Yeah, Baldwin Hills. Like
That was
these
like
rich.
long. I was like a kid when I watched
Yeah, I was a
that,
kid too.
though, Yeah.
Remember College Hill?
That was my shit too.
Come on,
I
come
love
on,
that.
College Hill.
Yeah.
Never seen it. No.
Gotta check
Yeah,
that
I wasn't a big reality TV guy. I didn't even watch Big Brother before I went on the show. I didn't really
Really?
watch reality TV. Yeah.
To be honest, I haven't.
It looks interesting. I haven't watched it because I couldn't understand the concept. But now that you explained
No,
it,
it's-
now
yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
would
watch
definitely
it.
watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it too.
Yeah, it's fun.
Because
It's
I was like,
fun.
what? I don't understand what they're doing on the show.
Yeah.
I feel like they're not recruiting enough people from our city that we know.
What for
For like
I
Big
know-
Brother,
I know
for like Big Brother.
people
You know
that
people?
have been on it.
Oh, you guys
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Well, Big Brother got canceled, so
oh, Big Brother Canada.
yeah, Big Brother Canada
Why?
got canceled. 'Cause-
You know?
well, I think the understanding is that it just didn't have enough weight financially to be supported for the next
Man, nothing in
season.
Canada has enough
That's
weight
exactly
financially.
The-
it. That's
yeah,
what I mean.
'cause I was
The
thinking
media
with-
landscape in
down.
Canada is really.
And
poor
I was
right
even
now.
talking
So
with like
bad.
this guy from 1800, like one of their representatives, and he's like, yeah, we're just focused on the NBA initiatives in America. We're not really focused on these events out here. Like he sponsored a couple of ours, but
And that's why it's important
it
to be
sucks.
able to travel. You see, because
Yeah.
there's nothing here.
yeah, there's really nothing here.
Yeah.
It's bad.
And the market.
But Jake's
then
only
you
one
gotta
man.
rely on
he's
what,
only
Drake?
one
Jake's only one
man.
man. He
He's
can only do so
one
much for
man.
each person.
And
So
he's selective too. So.
Exactly, and you got to go out there and get your own.
Yeah.
You got to figure it out yourself, and then come back down here with some sauce.
Yeah, there's only, but that's the other issue with Toronto, right? Like it's all about like, oh, you have motion elsewhere, we love you now. But like,
that's the weird part.
The city doesn't really love to like throw people into the spotlight
like
or
while they're here.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, you're big in LA, like you're Toronto, baby, and it's like,
now we embrace you, like
it's like, ooh.
That is true.
So
that's actually
that does
facts.
happen a lot.
Yeah, sadly.
That was actually crazy.
You're
But
wrong.
ladies and gents, this was fun.
It was.
Yeah.
It didn't even feel like anything. I was
I needed
nervous.
that little conversation.
Yeah.
We needed to get it off our chest.
Yeah, you need to get. Listen, if there's anything else you want to say, the floor is yours.
The floor is yours. The floor is
Matter of fact, Brad, you didn't fucking text me back after last week. You're an asshole.
Last final question before we leave. All right. Would you rather chase the person you desire but risk being undervalued, or settle for the person who genuinely wants you but lacks the excitement you crave?
Oh my God, I hate that.
What?
You guys want? I can repeat it.
No.
Yeah, repeat it for me.
Okay, one more time. 'Cause,
Would you rather chase the person you desire but risk being undervalued, or settle for the person who genuinely wants you but lacks the excitement you crave?
Damn, that's hard.
You
That
know?
was a hard one, but
Because the settling, it's the settle. It's the word
Yeah. You
settle
have to
for
settle
me.
either way,
You know? So like.
But this person genuinely wants you though. And remember, you can create excitement, so just pick wisely.
Yeah, but I can only like listen.
You
Man,
wanna be
I create
undervalued?
so much. No. You said risk being undervalued.
It's not saying 100% that you're gonna be.
Like, is
No,
it
no, no.
100%?
Okay, I would change the question
No,
right now
you
if you guys try to make this.
No,
No,
but I've been,
okay.
No,
but I've
that's what I'm
been in
saying. Is it 100% that person is going to
Well,
undervalue
yeah.
you, and
Then-
and then 100% risk, or is it lack of?
Okay. There's no risk. You're being undervalued.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's
So you're either
different.
being undervalued.
So you can so you do it again with the.
So would you rather chase the person you desire,
Yeah.
but you're being undervalued, or settle for the person who genuinely wants you,
Yeah.
but lacks the excitement you crave?
I cannot date someone who's not more interested in me than I am in
Yeah,
them.
I was gonna say the same.
I just
thing.
feel like I need to feel like I'm always wanted and desired. So I don't think I could even date someone that doesn't want me. Like I wouldn't feel like myself, you know what I mean? Or I wouldn't feel confident, and that affects your daily life too, like work and how productive you are. Like I don't want someone like that. So I don't think I could date someone who doesn't desire me.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Definitely not. So yeah, the person definitely has to show interest. I'm the prize, okay, baby. Period.
Since I asked, we're gonna make this like this was the Players Play card game. So you guys both agree. What's your answer? Based on your answer, someone's gonna have to do a shot, and I don't know who it is yet.
Listen. The thing is, I'll never undervalue myself, right? So at the end of the day, that I have enough weight to carry my own, likability of myself, like how much I like myself. I have enough to carry that weight. So it's like I don't necessarily need it from someone else. And genuinely, like I've had it both ways, and the right answer is to settle for the person that doesn't have the excitement. But like I already have so much excitement in my life, and I do create a lot of it, and I do so much adventuring and all of that sort of stuff, that it's like I could just like settle for somebody that doesn't give that to me. But if they don't have any way to continue stimulation over like a 50-year relationship, even though it's like at least they wanted me more, it's like I might be willing to just go with the person that undervalues me only because I value myself so much at the end of the day that like even if they don't necessarily give it to me every single time that I need it, it's like if I'm constantly being undervalued every single day and being spat on,
I was gonna say that. Go extreme. Go extreme. Baby.
right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
then,
That's a
I mean, depending on how good she looks, and I'm getting spat on, but.
I feel like you guys like that. Look.
Low-key like that bad treatment. Though. So for guys, it's different.
yeah.
I feel.
So I think you're going with the woman you desire.
I think I'm gonna go with the woman I desire just to keep things like funky.
I like that. You know what that
I
means?
wouldn't say
You know what that
Yeah.
means? So since you two agreed, he's the minority. So you would have to take a shot.
you
No.
If this is the Players Play card game. If this is the,
I'm not gonna
Well,
do-
you got water though.
I'm gonna
so-
do I'm gonna do my drink of water.
But yeah, if this was the game, yeah,
You'd
that's,
have to
that's
take-
yeah, you
yeah,
would be taking the shot, or you'd be doing the scenario. If
It's only because I'm driving, guys. I'm being safe.
I was to choose like a scenario,
I'm driving.
Okay.
So
text your ex you missed them. That's the scenario. Technically, you would have to do that, or you could take the shot.
Oof. I think my ex has me
hell
blocked.
no.
Yeah. Well, you
No,
can
I
hear
don't
the text
think
plus.
I don't
Oh my
think so.
goodness,
So always
that would
text
be
plus.
trauma. That would
Can
be
we
tra-
text
that'd be trauma.
anonymously?
Of course.
Okay.
We can do it right now.
I'll be like, fuck
Oh.
you, you're a piece of shit.
I don't mind.
Oh, we're putting this. We can put this to the test.
That'd be trauma.
only on
for me.
players.
I just think, yeah, only on players play.
Only
We'll
on
send
players
that. We'll send that text off cam and see what the
We'll follow
reaction is.
I know, right?
We'll follow up.
We'll
We'll let
follow
you
up
guys
with the
know.
reactions.
But yeah, guys, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned
All
to
that.
what we got going on.
Follow.
This was a good episode. We got good people, good energy, and we're changing the narrative in Toronto. People can come together. Even if you don't know each other, sometimes
I've never met either of
never
these
met.
women.
We've never
Nobody
met.
has been that connected.
Yeah,
Of course,
We literally didn't know each other.
Yeah.
So it's good.
And look at what we created.
Yeah,
So,
a great time.
great time.
I think a great episode.
I think so too.
100%.
So players, that's all there is, man. We're out. Boom.